you reign!
This is the DcX podcast with your hosts,
Who is Ravage?
Ryan Ruckman,
Ravage!
Hand me that bottle cap.
Miles Kane,
Hand me that paperclip. Grab that twine. Gun wrapper.
Daniel Schwab,
Best friends.
Asgard to Mouth, and Pete.
'Cause I'm just Pete!
Welcome back to the DcX podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, and with me as always are Miles, Dan, and Pete. And to space out the frequency of our 9-hour podcasts, I figured we could break this week up. So we're going to do a standard weekly episode tonight, and then our X-Men 97 set review will start later this week. And I just kind of also like having our set reviews be standalone episodes, so I think we'll continue that for the future. Miles, how's it been out there in Oregon?
Real fun. I can't wait to talk about my sweet pre-release.
Oh, you had one too?
No,
Oh.
I didn't. Just hoping the jealousy and sarcasm was able to go through your speakers.
It didn't. It was not caught, and I'm sorry for that. Dan, how was your weekend?
It happens.
It was pretty chill, so we'll get into it. But, played the monthly, got to relax a bit on Sunday, and then back to work for this week of hell because it's the end of the month. So,
Pete, welcome back to cliX the last few days. How did it treat you?
I'll be very honest. It's been very fun. I mean, the monthly's always fun. The pre-release is always fun. But it's not been a lot of winning. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's been. It looked like it was a rough few days for you. Luckily, we'll be able to talk about it all tonight.
Yeah, we can talk about some of it here and there. But I mean, I have some strong feelings about this X-Men set and sealed. I think it's super fun.
Nice. That's what I like to hear. But we'll talk about all that and what a great weekend this last one was in just a little bit. Don't forget, we are hosting one of our super limited CCO Fall Festive events. Ours is on Saturday, November 29th at Coliseum Games in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Registration is at 9:30 a.m. with a start time of 10 a.m. We will also be running BRs, and we will have new LEs to drop at those also. So if Modern is not your competitive cup of tea, then come on through and try to do some BRs and win the LEs also. Unfortunately, Pete is here at the beginning of the podcast this week, so I will have to let him do that stupid thing that he does.
But would be fun!
Hello, friends. It's time for the People segment. The Bookwood Report. Bookwood had to be reminded that he even had a report, but he did come through. He came through in big ways. He got himself a Justice League strategy game, Darkseid. Very excited about that piece. And what else did our friend purchase this week? I'm glad you guys asked. He got himself in a sealed event. Okay. He got himself from X-Men 97, Wolverine 33, Rogue 12, which he misplayed, Nightcrawler 24, Morph 19, who's amazing, and Storm 020. Got himself an Apocalypse Planet Pack Super Rare Magneto from X-Men 97, Chase Empire Thor, a Dan favorite, and then he's got some boxes he forgot to open. And I don't remember if he told us he bought a Spider-Man 400 and Herald set, but I'm pretty sure we've already reported that, and I will compliment Bookwood this week. There was nothing sent to me in a picture on top of a dog of puppy chow, or a bag of puppy chow. So I'm proud of you, Bookwood. Way to be great. Did anybody play him? I didn't play him.
He was at the bottom, I think, so I was at the top. No one else?
I have a question. Our Champion Clix Open Fall Festive is listed as modern. Is that right?
Yeah. You're probably thinking of the States event that we will be running as silver. Thanks for asking, though.
When is that?
We don't know yet. It's either going to be probably in January. But
Dude, the guys at Coliseum aren't going to know what the fact that I've registered for like 3 events consecutively.
They're going to think it's a new
They're
map.
going to be so confused. Yeah, they're going to be so confused. I'm on the win. I'm here registering for events, turning over a new leaf.
I'm gonna
This
win and
won't
not
last long.
Doesn't sound like you.
I'm going to sign Miles up for events.
He kind of already is playing in them now that he's doing his digital miles robot thing.
Yes. Should I sign up for it? I need somebody that can play for me, and I'll tell them what to do.
I'd be so happy with the digital miles at an event.
I know. I need
I thought
somebody.
that was great for the team event. Like that was actually solid.
It worked. So Pete, you did go to our pre-release. How did it go for you? What'd you pull?
Oh, I didn't pull anything above a rare, as usual. What did I get? Hold on, let me try to figure it out real quick. I pulled 3 gambits because, of course I did. So I played White Suit Gambit. I had Basketball Gambit. I had Beast at low, the 07. I had Storm. She's actually pretty good. I had Morph, who Morph is ridiculous. The
Were you able to pull
019.
off a shot with Gambit?
What? Yeah, no, I didn't get that. I did also have Callisto, who's really, really sneaky good, honestly. And I think that was it, really. But I had fun games. So we were graced with multiple visitors from the Northlands of Wisconsin. We had Dalton Byer, we had Mike Donick, and we had Joe Ruffing, and they all beat the brakes off of me. So it was great. Yes. Mike and Joe were at least close games that came down to like the last kind of action. Dalton pulled Chase Magneto and just exploded my team. So it was a little rough. But I will say, even not pulling anything above a rare, and my second rare was Bastion, which he did not leave the booster. It wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't even a bad experience. Like, the set plays really well, even at the lower rarities. So you can, even with the commons and uncommons, you can outrange a lot of teams, which kind of let me hang in there for a little bit.
Yeah,
And Morph let me hang in there like the whole game. Holy cow. Morph is an MVP. That's an automatic sealed play if you find him.
just
He's
like
great.
XDPS or not XDPS. What is it? X-Men? No, Deadpool Weapon X.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Deadpool
he's-
Weapon X.
Wait, what?
He's
He was
great.
good for Weapon X too?
Morph.
Yeah.
We talked about him for like 15
you only
minutes
called
on the
him.
set review.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's the one from
So I'm looking.
Age of Apocalypse and Exiles.
Yeah, the Exiles. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
those are
looking
two-
forward to my additional commons, uncommons, and rares on Monday. But like, I got a little bit of practice with them. They're not as bad as they seemed at first. So,
No, they were a lot of fun. I did not pull anything I would have wanted to pull necessarily. I had to play, I think, 8 pieces. I did get the common Beast, the common Jean Grey, the uncommon Prime Sentinel, who was like a goon, the blue Dino Man. I pulled a Leech, the 50-point Boulevard Trask, and then I did get to play Executioner, which wasn't too bad. And then the super rare Professor X, which is, I think he's really cool when you can build around him. He's not your best sealed pull, though. But it was still a lot of fun just to be able to field this stuff. So I'm excited to play release day.
Triple
What's it?
target mind control feels pretty good. I don't know. Like, even in sealed, that feels pretty good.
It is, but like,
that common Gambit is a piece that I really need, though.
is he going to tag team
that
with Morph?
42, that 42
No,
AM
no.
of Frost is a thing.
You play him with Wolverine from Deadpool Weapon X because they're in the same suit.
Oh, yeah. They're in the same white suit. You are
Yeah.
correct.
And they're going to be going to interviews together in those suits. Step Brothers.
About. I played. I got a bye in the first round because we had 11 people, so I was the odd man out round 1. Round 2, I played Dalton's Chase Magneto team. I thought it was kind of. I had a lot of outwit on my team, so I was kind of able just to sit there and outwit him, and enough goons and other things I didn't care about, so I was able to kind of lock him down. He couldn't make range attacks then, so I was able to take him out. It kind of just like slowed the game down with the not being able to take action tokens. So
Yeah.
that was a little rough. And
But
then
not
it was
his whole
nice.
stick, though?
On the third game I played was against Joe, Joe Ruffing, who also did not pull great. But we had a really fun game. I actually almost crit him at the end with Leech. I needed the crit, and I think I missed the first one. I probably got an 11. It was intense. But it was fun. Mike Donix, he got to play, was the Prime Cable. And what else did he get?
He got the Phoenix. He got the Super. Is it Super Rare Phoenix?
No, rare.
Rare. Yeah, he had that, and then he had some other pieces. He had that Emma Frost. That's why I know that thing's a thing. And it took Mike till almost the end of the game. He's like, "Oh, I can just use her damage power with anybody that has X-Men." And I'm like, "Well, that's not good." This leadership from wherever, and now she was on her prop clicks as I was trying to kill her. And I'm
No,
like,
it
"Well, this
doesn't-
is not
It
great."
only works on her displayed damage power. It doesn't work for her leadership. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I have to read the card because I'm dumb.
Yeah.
It literally specifies when she uses leadership. I was reading the
Yeah,
displayed damage power part. I'm like, wow, all right.
It works for both. So I think Mike ended up beating me like 260 to 250, and then Joe ended up winning like 300 to 250, but he was underbuilt. So he had one piece left. It was Morph, I want to say. So maybe 240. And then I killed everything else on Dalton's team, but that stupid Magneto. So I think Dalton had figured out the swarm attack against him thanks to Redman, because I had so many Morlocks just trying to tee off on that Magneto at one point. It's like a line of Morlocks just going. It was great.
Yeah,
That's
Mike pulled
fantastic.
really well. He ended up getting, 845 for points going 3-0. And I had that first round bye and then had to play against the tentpole Magneto. So I went 3-0, but only had 440 points. So not a high scoring day for me.
No, but it plays fun, and even if you don't pull well, it's not like past sets where you're like, I don't have any movement attack or anything. You have a lot of options
Yeah, exactly.
and a ton of support powers. So it's pretty fun so far.
Yeah,
Was
well,
anyone able to pull an alternate card?
they're only on the box tops.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh, I hear that
unfortunately.
they can come into boosters too.
Then
No,
they're
That's
wrong.
right. Okay.
I just
Yeah.
opened
And it
3
was super
cases.
cool. It was super cool of all those guys to come down.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
was
some of
awesome.
them are driving 2.5+ hours to come play on a Monday.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
that's amazing.
I was
Definitely
kind of
not-
hoping they were going to be there next week because I wasn't able to be there this week. So I was like, maybe next week they'll be there, but doubt it.
Definitely not a weekly occurrence.
No.
And Mike said Joe basically just hummed the X-Men theme song the whole way down. I don't know if he did it the whole way back. We'll have to get an update from him.
I bet Mike
the sad
Mike
version.
probably did, but Joe's probably sick of it by the way back.
Yeah. Da-na-na-na-na. You know, he was just sad because his polls were bad, so his excitement level wasn't
His
quite
is more
there.
of like a piano theme.
Yeah.
Oh man, Morph is so good though.
see, I was
He's stupidly fun.
He's
I
the new
like that
Torpedo
X-Men.
Wonder Woman. Telling him. He's
I like his team up card or his alternate card, whatever it's
His
called.
alternate card. A lot of the alternate cards are pretty solid.
Any other highlights you guys wanted to call out about the pre-release?
One of our local new guys, Brian, he pulled extremely well. He got a Chase Nightcrawler and a Phoenix, and he seemed to have a pretty fun day. Like, it's fun to watch Brian start to pick up more and more, and play more consistently. So it's that's always fun. It was just a nice crowd. It was just a nice event. I mean, I don't think anybody left super unhappy. I didn't.
No, I think everyone had
So-
fun, and you did terrible, Pete. And you
Yeah.
had fun, so
I did. I scored a ton of points. You know, I wasn't gifted by the buy gods. I was hoping at the end to at least catch a buy so I could get a win, but nope. I got Chase, Magneto, and Dalton. Dalton's always fun to play. So
all right, let's move on here.
The following is a last man standing match.
A last man standing match.
Last man standing.
A last man standing match.
Last man standing tonight.
This last weekend was our Degeneration cliX Monthly Invitational Championship match. October is Monster, so everybody built their best monster team, and Pete built a monster team as well. The special rules were something I came up with a little too late last year to implement, so we kind of actually worked them out on the drive home from Worlds. So this is what we ended up coming up with. So we had spooky smoke terrain, and these are placed just in random squares off the map or around the map. And when a piece moves or is placed into a square of this terrain, you flip the terrain to see if there's a monster underneath it. And so each one of them had it was just labeled with, what was there? Mummies, vampires, werewolves, owlbears, displacer beasts,
Simon Garth,
Bees.
Simon Garth.
Oh my god,
Simon
he had
Garth,
a showing.
Yes, that played just way above his point value.
he told you he's good. I'm glad it took a monthly for you guys to learn that. At least Redmond to learn.
Well, when he pops out, I think Looper's the one that learned Simon Garth was a thing because he could not hit him for like 3 rounds. I think he stayed there.
He's lucky.
The monster then makes an attack, and then you can still score them. So,
Yep.
What did you guys think about the mechanic for this last month?
I really liked it. It added a certain level of dread when you went to move through somewhere. And so you and I had a similar thought of using a black lantern and a black lantern ring to pop out the reanimate and just have her go wandering through places to see what popped out. Because that's what I did too. Yeah, we'll get into the game itself, but I liked it a lot, honestly.
Like that would have been really cool, like seeing the monster just move half speed, like towards the closest figure.
It got wild because as the storm came in, they kind of rode the edge of the storm. So if people play the edge of the storm, all of a sudden they just have pieces on them attacking their team.
And
so it was very cool.
You'd have to break away from them then, yeah. So and actually, that kind of did happen a little bit too, which we'll get into shortly. But it led to some like intense choices, like if you wanted to go through areas or not. And a lot of times, I think it more often than not screwed people over when they wanted to go somewhere. They got caught by some monster.
I had to retool like where I was going and how I was trying to reach people. I'm like, oh, I just can't run through here. I have to like zigzag around or TK or something to do stuff. That was the biggest thing, was just all the maneuvering to try to work through the terrain until it was broken up.
Which worked out, I think perfectly, because it was like wide open. The map was wide open, but the smoke made it really hard to decide if you could actually advance.
Yeah,
I think Looper probably felt like an extra in a Michael Jackson video at one point because everything was just popping out next to him. It was ridiculous.
It was right out of Thriller. It was great.
It was so good.
I went in as the champion and banned the 044 Necron piece from Notorious, so no one else could play that. Huh?
You just don't let Harris have any fun at all.
That was an awesome play. No one else could play Black Lanterns that heal. That's huge. Which we do have a house errata for him in this game, where if you are going to heal above your starting click, you do have to be involved in the attack, so that you're not just sitting back and supporting and regenning above your stop clicks. So that, I think, made him a lot more fair. And then did Ali play the power gem? I guess we'll get into teams in a minute here, but that's the piece that he decided to ban.
Did.
He did? Okay.
He put it on Vengeance.
That's right. Sadly, Christine actually had to take our daughter to a birthday party, so unfortunately she was not able to play in her month. We ended up with 6 people for this one. Pete, you came in 6th place. Do you want to go over your team?
I did. I had watched the Marvel Zombies thing, and so I was pretty dead set on playing Zombie Scarlet Witch, so I did that at 80 points. With the Ring of TK, I played Maestro with the +1 longsword, who did not hit a lot of attacks. I played the Black Lantern Wonder Woman Prime with the Black Lantern Ring, Venom Magneto with the Darkhold, and Kurt Connors with the Indigo Tribe Ring, and on my sideline I had Fortify.
All right, and then Ali came in 5th place. I lost it. It's not loading. One sec.
Oh, that's right. I can't even see his team anyway. I know he had Capwolf and Capwolf Vengeance, Sky Tyrant and something else.
Let's see here. So Ali came in fifth place. Ali played. He made his team all by himself. He went with Vengeance, the chase from Wheels of Vengeance with the Power Gem. He really likes that piece. Capwolf, again, really likes that piece with Nightbringer and Spin, with the Collector's Trove Thanos as the pilots, and then 50-point Sky Tyrant from Wonder Woman 80 with the God Killer Sword, and the 10-point Prime Hulk from AV60. And then, Dan, you came in next. What was your team?
So I played Venom Thanos at 125, along with the Prime Lilith from Wheels of Vengeance, and then Venom Thanos had Lightning and Spectral, so I gave him the Carnage Silver Surfer treatment because he also has 3 targets. And then there was Prime Lilith with Nightbringer and Spin, and then it was the Play at Home Kit Lizard with Colony, and then a Black Symbiote which I killed turn 2, and then on my sideline I had Resolve of the Green.
Did you end up using that at all?
Yeah, I had to use it kind of early, which I don't think I actually needed to, but I thought I was going to take more damage than I ended up taking, so I burned Resolve a little earlier than I probably should have, but it's all hindsight's 2020. So
who'd you use it on? I don't even remember.
I only used it on Venom Thanos. The team was really just giving him a lot of support and having a good secondary attacker that you don't really want to kill. So that was the idea of the team, was to just kind of make him as good as I can physically make him.
Okay.
So, because he's a lot of points, and for 125 points with that 11 attack starting off with, it's a little tough. So it was just me trying to make him as good as I can make him.
Then Looper came in third. He actually played a really cool team. It was all Dungeons and Dragons pieces. So he had Beholder at 150 points with the Soul Gem, Displacer Beast at 50 with Lightning and Spin, a Owlbear with the +1 Longsword, and then a Baby Owlbear with the Ring of Telekinesis, and then a Mimic, and that came to 300 points exactly. So that was a really cool job of putting together just a full Dungeons and Dragons team.
And Beholder plays out really well.
Yeah, Beholder was really
So
good.
it doesn't even say your sideline. Does that owlbear come from...
No,
never mind.
he just had it on force.
It was all main force because you can't play Mimic on your sideline either in the monthly. So he just main forced Mimic.
No, I mean,
too.
it's a baby owlbear when it says generate an owlbear on their red starting line. Let's say from sideline, like everything else.
Oh, I guess he
could have done that, I guess, technically, yeah, because they're various. Or, well, it's, I don't know, because we actually do play Highlander. So probably not.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were doing it with the generics or whatever.
Ours is, it has to be, I think, 30 points or less.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that sounds right, I think. Somewhere in there.
And Owlbear is, what, 50?
The big one is 50, yeah.
And then coming in second place was Ryan Harris with the Iconics Doomsday at 175 points. Lysa Drac from War of Light, the original one, not the Legacy, so she got to be half of her cost, which put her at 46 points. Then he had Commissioner with Remaker and Spin, Black Symbiote with the Octopus Arms, and then the 10-point Hulk with the Cloak of Levitation, the Prime from AV60 also, just like Ali. So similar to what Dan did, Black Symbiote had Octopus Arms though, so it could get taken out turn 2 probably, 1 or 2, and then
it was turn 1 because he had Diabolical Bargain on the sideline, so he was able to do the 2 damage immediately.
That's right. And then he also had just equipped Doomsday with the Octopus Arms right away, so it didn't matter if he got the restraint tokens taken off or not. And then Black Symbiote gave him Shape Change, Steel Energy, and Super Strength, which he probably already has that for most of his dial. Or no, he loses that actually, doesn't he?
He doesn't actually have Super Strength unless you play him at 200 or 275 or whatever I think it is.
Oh, 300, yeah. So he doesn't even get it. So yeah, he actually benefited from all 3 powers. But Doomsday had a hell of a run this event. And then coming in first place,
The reigning, defending, undisputed champion!
so I played Black Lanterns for the most part. It was Black Lantern Swamp Thing, Green Arrow with the Black Lantern ring, the Batman with the Hell Cycle, Necron, and then it made more sense to play a little bit of support and other pieces to make up some of the points, because originally I was going to try to get Black Hand on there, but it just did not work as well. So I ended up going with Venom Magneto, and I put the Destroyer armor on him, making him a giant, so he wasn't able to get knocked back either, and he was able to carry Necron and Swamp Thing around, and then also got the 3/6 willpower, which was nice. So it was a nice little combo. It did make him cost, 50 points though, but well worth it. And
so did you choose the Hell Cycle over Motorcycle just so you can move toys?
No, so the whole thing with Batman in the Hell Cycle, and I wanted to do this in Modern, I just never ended up making a team with him that I ran, was if I can get a Grave Train under where he's going to attack from with Necron or whoever else, then after he attacks, he can just free action come back to any other Grave Train marker that's back home. So I was able to just hypersonic out with the Hell Cycle, and then as long as I got a Grave Train marker in the square that he attacked from, I could just free action boop right back. So that came into play quite a few times. He didn't do a lot of damage, but it was safe.
You did a lot of running away.
I was close. You could have come over.
You were not close at all most of the time. You just tic-tacked around the room.
Hey, he was just acting like Little Mac from Punch-Out. That was in BD, the year 1980. I want to say was it 88 BD. That's before Dan from Punch Out.
Put Punch Out is Miles. I'm not that young.
It's still BD. Still before Dan.
I also had the Orange Proteus from XDPS, and then a Legacy Colossal Carnage.
Oh, that late game, like Hulk was just, you're like, yeah, no, you can't go through that. Sorry, Proteus. That was.
Oh, Proteus was huge. He shut down man, the whole side of the room. He just couldn't even get to me at the late game, and each of them only had one piece left, so they would have had to have decided to team up to get through and just not agree to not attack each other, which does not happen very frequently at the end of the game. Everyone's kind of made their enemies by the end of the game, so it becomes more of a it becomes more of a if I'm not going to win, you're not going to win type thing, instead of a let's team up and try to take this other person out so maybe one of us can win.
Well, there's a lot of big threats on the map. Like that's like you having Necron, so Necron's a big threat, even if he's only 40 points because he can heal up. And then you had Doomsday on the map. You had Venom Thanos on the map. Beholder.
Everyone had a big piece. And
Yeah.
starting, Pete had, his big thing was Maestro has a ton of reach, and nobody wanted to, I don't know if Pete, did you get into what you did with Scarlet Witch, trying to get the kill box thing?
So the whole team was designed around a kill box strategy. So if you get the witch out there, there's a couple of things I try to do early, and I think one of the strategies benefited you even with how we have the House Errata on Necron, because you ran into quite a few zombies and stuff too, to be quite honest, and so I was using them to heal up my Black Lantern Wonder Woman. Yeah. So as soon as they would pop out, Black Lantern Wonder Woman would come in and mop one of them up, and it worked great because I had her top dial. But the goal was going to be to throw the witch out, have her hit, pull somebody close where that she can make a close attack, then come in with either Wonder Woman or Maestro. I just couldn't do it. My options were Harris next to me and you across from me. So there was basically two major points to my day where I had to just decide what to do. And I did not come after you. You had placed Necron actually out where I could have perplexed up and just launched my witch. But I thought, man, if I go in all right now just to kill Necron and don't kill her, I'm just giving up my whole team super fast. And so I didn't do it. And your team was super cool. I love the Black Lanterns play. That Batman just changed the math for so many people, because it basically made Beholder not be able to touch your team.
That was huge
for the most part.
Beholder was super scary.
I mean, he was messing up everybody. He messed up my team, just stripping my every time he rolled the D20, he got something that was useful. He stripped my equipment from two of my characters at one point. I mean, there was just a bunch of stuff happening.
Yeah, Looper stays killing people, Dan's equipment. Like that's what he does in the monthly. He's just tearing Dan's equipment off of his pieces. So I made the mistake of finally getting too close to Harris, and then basically we locked up, and I couldn't kill Harris. Harris had 3 rounds. I couldn't hit him. He had 3 rounds where he hit shape change on Commissioner, couldn't target him. He had other rounds where he hit his impervious when he did finally get a hit him and masterminded to rookie and he hit his impervious. So my team did not hold up at all. I did score points, but it was all ads and stuff. So I was out pretty friggin' quick.
I got to give kudos to Redmond, though, for making sure a Kryptonian piece did not win the monthly. So.
I actually really liked Harris early. I liked Harris's Doomsday early. I thought that's the team to beat right now because that piece was just destroying people.
Giving him flurry?
Yeah. When you come in swinging at like, what was he, like a 14 for 6 or 7 or whatever flurry, it's like, I don't think I'm gonna live through that.
And then you got the shape change and the skill energy.
Yeah. Oh, I know. This is good.
And then
it's disgusting.
Pete Harris and I had this like little weird triangle going on because Dan actually moved a little bit closer to Looper, so I was able to kind of move towards the middle of the map a little easier than Pete was. And so the storm was coming in, and if I went towards the middle where the storm was going to end, then it would have been easy for Harris to get me. And Pete was right there too. And so the first person to go in seemed like they were the one that was going to get it, and that's kind of what happened. Pete made a move on Harris, and you think you said it right, where he rolled out of everything. And just his flat back was brutal.
Which honestly,
he was super, super good on his rollouts against me. And then my team, I didn't hit any rollouts. And his combat values were just eating whatever he wanted on my team up. So it was a pretty quick and brutal day, which is what happens when you decide to go after Harris most of the time. It goes one of two ways. Either you kill him or he kills you. There's no middle ground.
Usually by the time I get done tangling with Harris, like we're both basically dead, and then one of us falls over finally. But it's basically how it goes. We just fight to the death.
And I think Looper and Ollie went towards the middle a little bit early. Ollie got pretty aggressive, and then Looper went through the smoke, and Simon Garth popped out. And I think he spent it was at least 2 turns and was not able to kill him, right?
2 full turns.
And wasn't able to kill him. And Simon Garth basically locked down his whole team. It was crazy.
I helped expedite the process. I did some damage to Simon, but I didn't kill him because like Thanos doesn't do pen damage. But it was like, here's 4, and then just nothing happened. Simon's like, all right, you made me a flurry. Was it close combat piece? It was like 12-4 on the back end. I'm like, oh, sorry, Looper.
I tried telling you, no one wanted to listen, man. Simon Garth, he's real.
I couldn't make it into the
his
house.
back end is just nasty. The 12 for 4 flurry.
Yeah.
Oh, on Garth.
I mean, Ollie got aggressive because he rolled the 6 on the moon trait so he could pop Thanos out, and that's when he walked over and tried to do that. And then I immediately smoked Capwolf off the board. I'm like, I'd rather deal with Thanos because I know he's gonna get him for free. But I'm like, I don't need to just have him walk over here and drop him off on me.
Well, Thanos was around for a good chunk of the rest of the game.
I know. I was not super psyched about that, but it was like, whatever. I know he's gonna. I'd rather him pop out on my terms, I guess, than just be like, hey, he's free this turn. Here you go, just 14 for 6, just because.
The best one though was when you hit Beholder, Redman, and put him to a stop click.
That was fantastic.
Oh, like, towards the end, I totally forgot about that too. I thought I had another click.
Your turn's over. You're like, wait, what? Like I would have done something different.
I was like, here.
Harris made the right play at the beginning because he knew the cabin was where it ended, so he just went and set up in the cabin.
He did.
And so he was just waiting for somebody to get close, and I was the idiot that did it. So yeah.
Honestly, I probably should have gone after Redmond because I could just pick up his grave markers and just take them away to be like, oh, I can target you now. So.
Well, Dan, it's your fault he went back to back. So now that we've established whose fault it is, it's yours.
That's
so
fine.
You get to own that for all of perpetuity now.
That's fine. Yeah, you didn't really do anything about it either, Mister. I got 6 this month, so.
That's true. I didn't do much of anything this month.
4 letters, 1 word.
Luck. Ain't happened a third time. You gonna be the first three, Peter?
We'll have to see. I'm gonna guess there's gonna be a huge target on my back, so the odds are very much against me.
Yeah, it's very much.
Yeah, you get to ban 2 pieces though,
Yeah, and
or
I'm gonna
2
make 'em
pieces of
count.
equipment, which may work out well for you.
I have a strong inkling of one thing he's gonna ban, but that's just.
We'll see. I'm pretty sure I know what I got so far. The I lost Swamp Thing though pretty early because I wanted to get into the cabin and at least be close on the outside as the storm came in. So I shot Dan with Green Arrow, and then you kind of went towards Ollie and Looper, I think, a little bit more, right?
Oh yeah, because you were. I'm like, I am not getting shot in the back. No, so yeah.
And then I didn't realize that
This is
Lizard had improved targeting blocking. So Lizard just flies through the house and then bases my Black Lantern Swamp Thing.
I didn't.
And then the
No,
rest
I
of the
didn't
team
base
comes
you.
in. Were you like one away from me?
No,
You were right there. You hit
I was.
me.
I was one. I was one away, but it was so that I could line up the. Because then I placed Lilith adjacent to him because they're a free place, so I could get the
You were
power.
okay. I thought you were playing the uncommon lizard. You were playing the
No.
play at home one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he was great. He worked just the way I thought. I was like, well, he's a good attacker, and do you really want to kill him? So,
Yeah.
so basically, so I lined that up because he blew open the house so Thanos could get through to hit Swamp Thing, so I could make you immobile. That was the biggest thing. Was just you can't move. I don't care if you're in a grave, you can't go anywhere.
And then I KO'd Lizard, and so Black Lantern Swamp Thing didn't get any powers. I wasn't able to steal energy, regen, or anything. And so he got taken out, I think, the next turn. I forget if it was it Looper that took him out? Yeah, because he had, I think the Displacer Beast took him out. So my heavy hitter was gone after that, but the rest of the guys were still good
The other
enough.
scary thing besides obviously Doomsday, like it was just like, well, those two I know they're both scary, so I had the opportunity to clip Swamp Thing, so I did.
Well, that's the good thing about Necron is that even though you lost Swamp Thing, Necron's not a weak figure once he's healed. He's still a huge threat.
Yeah, I was able to at least the healing on all the pieces as they did more and more damage, or I got a KO and I was able to heal one of the other ones. They kind of got at least a little bit more durable, and so nobody wanted to get too close. But everyone had like a super scary piece with a lot of reach. Dan still had the Venom Thanos, he has hypersonic on him, right?
Hypersonic Giant Reach 3.
Yeah, which like that's a ton of reach right there. And then after he moves them, Lilith can just place right next to him. And then Looper had the Beholder with the 7 range, which luckily for me, I was able to have everybody in a Grave Train, and so Batman blocked the line of fire, so I was safe from Looper's guy. But that's still, he did damage on almost everybody. And then we had Harris's 175 Doomsday just smashing everybody. And then Ollie had Thanos for a while out there, and so it just, yeah, you did not want to get too close. And then, what was it? Ollie was out next. And then, Dan, I think you got close to the cabin, and I think Doomsday took you out, didn't he?
No, I lived for a while, but then I ran it. I ran at Doomsday because I'm like, well, I was like, I'm not winning, so because the 10-point Hulks are so ridiculous to try to fight. It's like I'm not spending all of my effort to kill this 10-point piece. Like they're just a waste of time. So it's like, especially when they're ramped up all the way to top dial. So I think I clipped his Doomsday, and then I basically just tied him up, but he was able to just kill my Venom Thanos. So my Venom Thanos healed to his second stop click, but I was on the stop click, so I wasn't able to roll out of his attack and just got obliterated. Had I still had resolve, I could have survived, but I burned that too early.
I think your piece honestly probably took the most damage and healed the most clicks in the game.
Oh, Lilith was my MVP. She kept his ass alive a lot longer than he was probably going to be otherwise. Like he was like back dial, not quite the stop click twice, and she brought him all the way back to basically top dial.
And then I think I was able to take out Lysa with either Green Arrow or Batman. I think it took 2 turns though. You brought in, you got Wendigo too. How did you do that? You brought it in for Lizard, right?
Yep, for Lizard, yeah. And then so like I basically stuck 200. Like Venom Thanos was basically 200 points by that because I sunk the 10 points of equipment, 15 points for the symbiote, 5 points for the one shot, and 45 points for Wendigo. So he was basically 200 points.
Yeah, I think that's what turned Harris on you, was sending Wendigo through the cabin at him, actually. Now that we're talking
I mean,
about this.
I didn't know what else to really do because it was like he was the thing I knew would just kill Wendigo the fastest, so that's why I threw him at him. I'm like, Doomsday's gonna mulch this piece, so I might as well just throw him out there and be like, go ahead, kill him, it's fine.
I think that's where he lost the rest of his team, though, right? After that little middle part in the cabin, he only had Doomsday left, right? Because he lost Commissioner.
He had Hulk.
Oh, that's right. He had Hulk. Yeah, Hulk and nobody wants to touch that Hulk. He had Hulk and Doomsday, and then Ollie had just lost Sky Tyrant when he left, and then Looper, Harris, and I were just in the middle of the cabin. I was able to kind of hold out that wall with Proteus, and then just use his 2 free barriers to stop everyone from getting from me. And then they just kind of decided to keep hammering at each other, and then I was just taking pot shots. And
I was like, at that point, I'm like, well, he's gonna have the game now because they're not even gonna deal with him. He's just gonna pick him off now. So
yeah, the only way that anything was going to change is if they made an agreement to not attack each other, which, like I was saying before, usually by the end of these things, it's more of a, if I'm not going to win, you're not going to win type thing. Then let's try to make sure that one of us wins, because people have made enemies by the end. So I think I took Beholder out first with either Necron or Green Arrow, I think, and then that just
Green Arrow.
left. It was Green Arrow, okay. And then that left, was it Hulk or no? It was Doomsday, right?
Doomsday and Hulk, but no. Doomsday got taken out by the NPCs because he was.
Oh, we
tied up
didn't
with
even
them
talk about that. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Harris had this crazy Doomsday running around just smashing people. He went to go attack the Owl Bear to heal up, and the Owl Bear ended up holding him into the storm. I think he attacked him, took damage that way, and then just took a bunch of storm damage, and so Doomsday just could not recover.
Nope,
I totally
'cause he
forgot
couldn't
about
heal
that.
inside the storm.
Yeah, so it was just the
And then
ending.
I hit him to his last stop click finally before I died, but he was still in the storm when he hit me and killed me, so he couldn't heal.
Yeah,
So
yeah, there was a lot of storm damage because you got a guy knocked into the storm too. Who was that?
yeah, it was Venom Thanos again, and I was like on my second to last click, or I'm on Flurry, and I picked phasing to just get out of dodge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm leaving basically.
Yeah, so then the Owl Bear killed Doomsday, so it was down to the Black Lantern team and Beholder and the Prime Hulk. Beholder got dropped. Prime Hulk, I pretty much the same thing, just pot shots at him, and was able to clinch it at the end there.
No, this is a super cool game. Even watching it towards the end, I was like, there was moments watching it even remotely because I had taken off at that point where watching Darkseid get caught in the storm, or excuse me, oh God, what's that piece's name? Doomsday get caught in the storm, and watching Looper finally pull off the 19 or 20, and then crit miss.
Oh,
yeah.
that's the other thing too. So one of the rules that we added, didn't even say that too. So one of the rules that we added was just to get people engaging more, which I think has helped, was we're actually keeping score now. So once you score 300 points, you get kind of what is a like a community reroll that the Black Shirt has. The only rule is that you have to be involved in the attack, no matter what it is. If you want something rerolled, you have to be part of the action that's going on. And so Harris with Doomsday, he had, I want to say, did he end up getting
700 points? I think
5?
Or something? It was.
Yeah, he said he had
5?
like over 600.
Yeah, he was. It was. Yeah,
So he had 4. So he had 4
crap ton of
total. So he used his first one after 3, because it's 300 points, you get 1, and then every additional 100 points that you score, you get another 1. So he got 1, and then he went on another spree and earned like 3 of them in a row. And so Looper rolled the 19 or whatever, trying to hit with his Beholder, and then he just uses the prob. He has 3 probs or rerolls in a row, and then on the third one gets a crit miss off of it. So that was, yes, that was crazy. Anything else that I feel like I forgot a lot of stuff that happened? Do you guys have anything else to add to that one?
No, that was the biggest part. And then the Proteus just shutting down Prime Hulk was hilarious because he's like, I'm gonna get you. Like, no.
Yeah,
no,
that doesn't sound very fun. Where you're just like, I'm just gonna stand back here actually, and you just can't get here ever.
So you gotta go around the house.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though.
There's
You
too
could
many
have
things that destroy block, and you have to have something.
you could have just punched or shot it, but that's just the thing is that it was not. They weren't going to trust the other one to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't stop the things from being broken, just from the movement.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but when you can put 2 barrier in front there, so then they can't smash it, that's kind of a big deal.
No, I put them in the doorway. All they had to do was shoot it, and then the debris would have been there, and I couldn't have placed it, and it would have opened it up. There's an easy way in.
You say that. It's never that easy.
I'm not saying it would have worked out well, but there was an easy way in.
My biggest takeaway from it is that just basically showed me one of the things about the monthly is you can kind of get some pretty good silver ideas, even on theme, because we basically build 300 golden, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
And Highlander. So that watching that team, that's a team in silver because they're even worse without the house rules of being able to heal. Because you could have came up with, if you could have done what you normally do with lanterns, you could have been chucking out some attackers and stuff with an extra 100 points right from your starting area.
Well, and then you get their gods for free because they're all heralds, so you can get all of that on them too. Like there's a lot of restrictions because I look at stuff like that, and that's where I don't always pick those certain things. I'm like, oh, I can't do what I normally do with them, so I probably won't do it, you know. So that's like where I'm at with something like that. But yeah, in like silver, that's nonsense. I dislike Ven Magneto with the armor. He's already an annoyance, and now I'm just like, cool. I got to try extra hard to kill this fool now.
I mean, it was pretty nice to be able to give him +2 defense, giant size willpower. He was able to carry 2 other giants around with him. He was awesome.
He already does everything.
Well, now he does more, and you didn't know that he would be able to.
I'm glad that's
it was a
silver.
Great team.
Thank you. Next month is November, and that is Warrior. I think that's going to be either the 3rd or 4th week of November. I forget.
The 22nd is when it is.
So, as always, we will be streaming that one. All right, let's go to the listener questions. You've got questions. We've got answers.
Your ass better call somebody!
First, we have Austin Murray. If each of you could design your favorite X-Men piece, who would it be and how would it be designed? The custom units section on HC Units is a lot of fun to use for this. And really well done if you want to actually design one and share it. I've been wanting to do a Gambit similar to PS4 Spidey for a long time. I think that I've even said that before on here, but kind of like he swaps between a close combat side where he's got like Quake and Stealth and Sidestep or something like that, Giant Reach, and then a ranged combat one where he's got just Running Shot and Energy Explosion like he normally does. I think that'd be a really cool way to do Gambit. Just kind of go back and forth between like a stealthy spy or assassin and then the ranged combat style piece that he is usually shown as.
This is actually a tough one for me. If I could pick one, he's an X-Men, but he's also Exiles. It'd be Thunderbird because that's one piece we need.
Yep.
I'd like to just see him like a typical, Hulk get some steel energy. I think would be really good. You can almost use the Empire Apocalypse Hulk as like a basis. Obviously not the exact same stats, but something very similar because he was also War.
Yeah, we have not gotten that version. And then I know we got Nocturne once, but I want to get a new copy of her too and get the actual Exiles on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what my favorite thing about this question is that you guys have to actually pick an X-Men piece. Dan, what would you pick?
I found the loophole. I picked the Exiles.
That's fine. It's Thunderbird though. He was still on the X-Men.
He was made just to die.
Well, that's fine. It's still Thunderbird the character.
This is true.
Dan, X-Men piece.
Probably Robert DaCosta. He's probably my favorite X-Men character, so Sunspot.
Roberto?
Yes, Roberto. Yes.
I was like, Robert DaCosta. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Yep. That's what got me. Yeah.
What would
Yeah,
you do with him?
he's
They
great.
made a lot of really cool versions of him, actually.
So I liked the version. Actually really liked the Fantastic or the Empire version of him, as well as the version from House of X. So I think something between the two of those. But I still want a piece that's like he can frontline, but he's got a lot of support because that's kind of how that's kind of how he is. It feels like in the comics is like he's still a hitter, but he does a lot of other things behind the scenes with like when he ran the Avengers for a little bit and stuff like that. So I feel like he's one of those where he can play multiple roles at the same time.
Yeah, and they've actually, I think, done a really good job of making some that are like that. Like you mentioned, the Empire one. That was one of my favorite pieces out of that set, which isn't saying a lot because Empire was not good. Pete, what would you do for an X-Men piece?
We've had some pretty good versions of one of my favorite X-Men, but I would probably bring back Longshot.
What?
One of my favorite runs. Yeah, one of my favorite runs on it. Well, that's why it hurt me so bad what Longshot did to me all those years. One of my favorite runs on X-Men was the Australian X-Men. And so Longshot was he got fleshed out a lot over the years as a character. He was kind of like initially kind of just like the mysterious character that they dropped in with the team, and but I really enjoyed his all the comics that he's been involved in.
Do you like that he only has 4 fingers?
Well, of course. I don't know where he buys gloves from.
Everyone has 4 fingers. Just to let you know.
Stop it! Don't do that joke.
It's 4 fingers, 1 thumb.
That was terrible.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
Sorry, I had to. I had to do it.
All right, let's go to Caleb Cadu. Do you think the Chase Madeline Pryor has legs in Modern, being that she is 100 points, especially with all the constructs out there? So my Madeline Pryor and Nightcrawler are my 2 favorite pieces from this set. I think I already got a couple multiple teams for both of them. The constructs, just being able to use their damage powers, is neat, but I don't think that I'm going that route. 100 points is already a lot also, so I think the just going into it a little bit more with either Destroyer or Animal Man, I think makes sense. But she's also got Monster and Mystical, so if I would have even had her for our monthly game, I probably would have redone my whole team and gone with Monster with her. But I really like her. I think she's got a chance. I have my front runner for Modern right now is actually a Marauders team, so I got to play test that a little bit. And if it pans out, I'm actually probably going Marauders for the CCO Fall Festival that we're doing in a month. So I'm actually excited to run that.
Oh,
So
that's
we're gonna see
interesting.
Mort on that team, right?
No, I will never, ever make a team with Nort on
Okay,
it.
so what 300 points are you doing for Marauders that doesn't include Nort?
What?
What 300 point Modern are you doing for Marauders? That does not include Nort.
You want me to go through the whole team right now?
I can tell you right now. So you're going to do Madeline Pryor at 100, Cable at 60, Stansher at 50, so that's going to be 210. Morph at 260, and guess what that leaves you? 40 points. Nort. Just build it for you right there.
Well, I already sent you the team, so you already read it, but it is not with Nort. So it's Madeline Pryor with the Avatar of Animal Man on her, and then Prime Cable with the Universal Weapon, the Chase Mr. Sinister, Morph with the alternate card, so he can kind of be almost like a copycat or just take powers. He's got a long dial, too, which is nice. And then...
Death Metal Wonder Woman, too.
Oh, that also. So there's some things there. And then Phoenix just for the leadership. And then same thing, like Morph can pick Phoenix even, and now he's got Sidestep, TK, Barrier, and Leadership, which is pretty good if you ask me. And then sideline is Fortify, Resolve the Green, and Animal Man and Phoenix. And then I think I can get What's-Her-Face on there too. What's her name? Asuka?
Yeah.
Asuka, right?
Yeah.
Asuka.
Nobody's ready for Absuska.
Yeah, the person that broke Goldberg's record. Yeah.
I think we need a new drop, boys. 5 letters, 1 word. Nort.
Ugh.
No, 4 letters, 1 word. Nort. The G is silent, so you don't count it.
It's still a letter.
Oh, there you
Miles. It's just not a sound. So that's what I'm looking at. If it works out, I'll be probably playing that. Just I think it'll be a fun team to play, and it looks good. And I don't think a lot of other people will be running it. So if it doesn't work out, then going straight for Nightcrawler. What do you guys think?
I think if it doesn't work out, I think that you still shouldn't give up on the Marauders team. I think that you should really look at adding Nort.
No, I will not be adding Nort to. I will scratch the team 100% before I add Nort to the team.
Well, I guess you don't want to win. Okay, I get it.
Nort will not be on a winning build. Now what?
All right.
Smells like a bet, boys. Smells like a bet.
If it
Tastes
smells
like a bet.
Looks like a bet. It's a bet.
Nort's on that list
just like
of
how,
rage pieces where
Simon
if I see
Garth
it,
was
I'm
on a
running.
winning build. Simon Garth was.
He
And
was
technically,
not.
Nort's already been on a winning build at Worlds. I went 4-1, buddy. Nort's already a winner.
Nah, Seal doesn't count. Get out of here.
Hey, we can't be adding rules here. You just said a winning build. I don't care. I'm just talking about any format.
Seal doesn't count for anything like that. Get out of here. What do you guys think about
That's
Madeline
true.
Pryor?
I do like her. Yeah, she's not my style, but I still think there's something to do with her. I mean, those bystanders
She's
being able to all use prop. Yeah, and they all can use prop.
They can use whatever
Running shot
damage power she has. So it's yeah.
They all get running shot, pulse wave, prop.
And it's all friendly bystanders, so that would be like on my team, Fenix Paw would get it too. The clone that Mr. Sinister makes.
Well, and that's why I was talking with Nort is because you can just pulse wave and prob with the constructs.
No, they only get her displayed damage powers.
Damage.
They don't get her.
They don't get pulse
They only
wave.
they don't get all of her powers.
Oh, it's just displayed damage power. Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
regardless, you still prob the sword.
You could, but then I'd have to play Nort, and I'm not doing that trash.
Whatever.
So she's interesting. I'm a little surprised that her range is what I feel is like a little subpar, but because it's mainly because she's 100 points. So I feel like 5 for 100 points feels better. But she does do a lot. Like she's Cosmic Energy, she's Mystics. I mean, I don't think she's bad. So she's very interesting to me. It's one of those pieces where I don't really gravitate towards her because it's not like Miles said, it's a play style thing. But I think she's good. So
Yeah, she's not.
She
like
wins.
the
I'm calling
obvious-
her Richard.
Why? Oh, stop it! Get out of here. It's not like your obvious
Richard Pryor.
prime Colossus player or anything. She's definitely a play style, like you guys are saying. Pete, what's your take on Madeline?
Oh, I think she's awesome. Absolutely, I think she's awesome.
I'm happy we got her made because I'm hoping we get a Chasm later that they could play together. That would be awesome. So
Yeah, they need to make him.
So and she's. I mean, we haven't gotten her in what.
I was just gonna look it up.
10 years. It's been
Does she even
so long.
have a? Does she even have a Oreo base?
Version.
No, I think it was a pre-Oreo. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think it was giant size X-Men. I think.
Oh, and she wasn't even Madeline
No, it was
Pryor.
Goblin
Goblin.
Queen.
I was gonna say yeah, she's Goblin Queen even.
There's Goblin Queen that was way long ago.
Is this Ultimates?
Yeah.
When was Ultimates made?
Yes. 2004, I want to say.
Jeez, that's older than I thought. So,
Right
yeah,
after Indy. Yeah.
she's been in a lot of stuff that we've gotten recently too. A lot of the comics, at least in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
She showed back up
Yeah, she's
in
had-
a
Yeah,
lot
she
of
just for
X-Men
some reason
stuff.
just not a character. Yeah, that's for some reason not used.
So I mean, I'll take it any way we can get her. Instead, even if it wasn't like the comic version, the X-Men '97 one's still pretty cool. She gets the X-Men keyword also because of it. So I'm all for it. All right. Second question: do you guys think you could each do a tier list of what you think for each set from now on? That's been brought up before. Are you guys up for doing tier lists?
I feel like we could
I
do something
can do tier lists. I think that with us doing our set reviews, the tier lists are figured other people do the tier lists since we delve so deep into our set reviews. I
Yeah,
didn't think it was needed, but
I feel like we could do something different than necessarily a tier list. But I mean, if we wanted to put out like a highlights or something, I guess for each of us. I mean, I could do something like that.
we don't have to do like
not,
even a live tier list, but what about just doing an actual just tier list on our own and then screenshotting them, and then we can post that.
Yeah, and we need to figure out. We can't let others know whose is who, so that way we can have them
guess.
Ah, that's actually I like that. Yeah,
That's what we do.
I mean, mine will be easy to guess if it's me. It's like, does it have a rollout?
It's gonna be easy too because Nort's gonna be on every tier list of every set.
That's not how tier lists work at all.
I mean, Miles kind of makes his own rules, so that's fair.
Yeah. Simon Garth might make an appearance too.
All right.
Just because I'm an agent of chaos, we can definitely do this, and I'm going to purposely put things on there that make people think it's Miles and Dan's.
Great.
Perfect.
With Cyclops, what do you think gets turned into X-Men now that couldn't be before in Silver? Before with Apocalypse and Genesis, I'm currently stuck in that boat of playing APOC and Gen, but unfortunately they're also restricted. They also restricted my Destroyer armor, which means my Prime Black Leopard isn't as annoying. So tell me what you guys think about this for Silver with Cyclops, making either Kevin or the Ellie Saturnine theme. So now you get the reroll the blades, and then you can still get the Black Shirt Porter also.
Well, there's also a Spider-Man with X-Men, so you can use that. Or I guess you just give Mjolnir. Just spend the extra 5 points since you can't really do the swap anymore. You just pay 20 points on Black Leopard to still make him good. But I think Kevin's probably going to be like the number one choice for sure.
The other one is the Ellie Saturnine. I feel like the X-Men, they can benefit quite a bit from Tarot. So now you get Tarot on theme with X-Men, and she's silver points.
Yeah, but I mean, healing Marvel characters from range with Kevin.
Oh yeah, and so it's X-Men, right? So they're all obviously Marvel. So that was another reason too why I thought Kevin was great.
Oh, see, I thought you were gonna go with the easy pick and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna make Arachnite X-Men just because I can."
I feel like I'm just not building that team then, like an X-Men team with Arachnite. There's so many other teams that he's just good on. I don't feel like I want to force him on an X-Men team. I'd rather, I guess my thing is I'd rather play X-Men and then add a piece like Kevin or Saturnine to it to make it better.
Oh, I guess that's fair. My thought was like, what piece would I want to make X-Men with my one choice from Cyclops? I'm like, that's a pretty good choice. So.
And he's always 100 points, so he's always a huge part of the team. So I don't think I would even think about doing that.
Adam Webb.
Yes, that was on there too. Obviously. What is that yours, or you're saying that was one for me?
No, it's tough. Yeah, I've never really been a big X-Men player. So I've never really put any thought on what I would add X-Men. I'd honestly just save the 50 points and not play Cyclops and just give Nord X-Men, if I'm being realistic.
Well, what if you were being non-realistic then, even though that doesn't seem...
I think Kevin's going to be the easy answer because I think giving that support since you're not doing the swap, you're going to want that a really good support. Saturnine and Kevin, I think, are probably going to be your great options.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have a few primes that you can throw on there too. He said Black Panther, but I guess he's already going to get the X-Men. But if you don't want to use him and you want to use another prime, I mean, you can get Abomination on there.
Mm-hmm.
Reverse Flash. There's so many good primes that you can throw on that it's almost worth, just using that to cheat on primes. And then if he ever gets off the bench list, Colossus now becomes X-Men, and that's why Colossus needs to stay banned.
I was just gonna say, I hope he never comes off the bench. I'm cool with him staying away.
Yeah, Colossus.
Yeah, because now if you give him X-Men, you just give him a sword, and so he has a blades roll out.
Yeah.
Because whatever.
Well, I mean, not only that, it's also the fact of just that mind control is so much more powerful in Silver. So him just being you can't defend against this is just rough.
Mm-hmm.
Dan, do you have anyone that you would add to Silver if you were building an X-Men team with that Cyclops?
I lean more into the Araco side of X-Men cheating than I do just building X-Men. So I am not a good person to ask. Honestly, the support stuff is a really good call though because they have a lot of what I would think would be good attackers already. I like those choices probably the best as far as that. I don't really think I have another like, hey, this would be a really good choice for this, unfortunately. So,
Pete, do you have an answer?
Yeah, it'd either be the Sackman on X-Men. I know that's an easy answer. Kevin's an amazing answer, honestly. Like that, especially just because X-Men are all Marvel, obviously, and all the extra X-Men that you get, from all the keyword cheating. And or I would do, something just because you hated it. And it'd be Trillane.
Oh God.
To me,
I
my
guess
X-Men.
my other answer would actually be the Chase Loki, just because I think the gems are very powerful and getting them for free is good. And even if he's 30 points, he gives you the mind gem for free on your sideline, which is nice. And the points are still pretty tight, right? So like I think him being able to do that is good. So
Yeah, I think I'm actually leaning more into the like the smaller point pieces as support versus like a bigger main piece.
which Cyclops is that again? That does the alternate card. Which one is that?
It's the common.
Oh, it is the common. Okay, yeah. I mean, even him at 50 points is not a bad attacker, right?
No, well, and he
Like,
gets the trick arrows if you in silver if you want to use that as your restricted piece. But right now in modern, he just gets the trick arrows also.
yeah, and they're still good. So,
So
and he
if
destroys
you're-
blocking, or he has destroyed blocking too, which is also hard to come by. So,
It's
or at least,
for,
well,
so for
besides-
50 points. I guess we'll get into this. We won't get into it right now because
yeah,
we'll talk about it for sure in our set review. Real
yeah.
quick though, I don't think that it's going to be as common to do in modern. But what do you guys think is the play in modern to make X-Men?
with modern.
Davidson.
Yeah, that's the right answer.
He's already your leadership though, so I actually like Zala on there with the.
I know he likes
Dracula
Zala, but it's
sword.
Prodegaton just because he does more than just leadership. That means you don't need to put him on his leadership click. So now you're going to get the benefits of Prodegaton. You can make him an attacker with the Psychic Blast Enhancement click.
I guess. I feel like that whole placing after movement is one of the more broken mechanics. So getting that on X-Men is better than.
That's what I mean. Yeah, so you're going to be playing him anyway, and so this way you're not going to break theme. Copycat's not going to break theme, so you're able to get that combo on an X-Men team. And X-Men has a real, it's really good right now.
Which I love to hear. What about this one? So now with this set, do you think OP Kitty Pryde will now start to see more play? I think it's very interesting, especially if you're also playing one or both Nightcrawlers on the same team.
No, she won't. She's one of those pieces that's extremely good on paper, but she's not easy to pull off. And so a lot of people aren't going to be playing her. And a lot of people don't have her, honestly. I don't see her play really seeing a huge uptick because she's not one of those easy to play pieces. And so you don't want to build with her because it leans on a defensive almost play style because you have to wait to place a figure from the beginning of your turn.
Right. I will say one thing
Yeah,
I've noticed about this set is there seems to be a lot of like just options that have opened up, and there doesn't seem to be like the team to play right now. It seems like there's a lot of variations and a lot of different builds you can mix and match with this. Her and Nightcrawler though, like the chase one, I think you could put them on a team, and you just need to stop there with support pretty much and start looking at more damage options.
I still think that there's and almost like right now like a team to be already that I'm not sure that any of these would be added to that team from a set, maybe one or two figures.
Man, you've still got like Juggernaut from Collector's Trove. I think is an amazing choice on X-Men, just because of what he offers.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make a symbiote X-Men to keep it themed.
Yeah, you could 15 points, just kill it, get super strength.
I'm not sure.
Change. Yeah.
Because I mean, right now we're living in the Green Torch meta, and like I'm just not sure there's much that can really deal with that. I guess making Chair Panther into X-Men, so that way you're able to keep themes, so that way you can try and stop a lot of things, could be beneficial as well. But I don't know if it's 50 points is worth paying out.
That's another good answer though.
That's not a bad play. I don't hate that at all.
Yeah, the Batman with 2 green torches is it's like the team to beat right now because that's only taking up 60 points of your team.
Yeah, I still feel like it gets relatively shut down by Cheer Panther.
Not as much as you think.
No,
There's teams that can just we'll see. We'll see in 2 weeks.
3 weeks. They're four for us. So
4 weeks. November. Well, I was talking about the modern event, the Red Bank Clix, November 15th or whatever. So that's gonna be to see where modern's at. Which is actually a good sign that it happens before your guys' event, so that way you can I think gives you guys more of an advantage because instead of guessing, you guys at least have seen, okay, this is what's winning, this is what, so it gives you an advantage.
Yeah, and if it is broken, hopefully it's at least fixed before Worlds next year.
Not maybe.
Possibly. Unlikely, but possible.
High hopes here, boys. High hopes.
Yes.
Do you think Chase Wolverine will get played with a Gambit from this set or one from Hellfire Gala or one in general if it gets played much at all? We have a lot of really fun Gambits in Modern right now, but I'm not really too hot on any of them. Maybe the Hellfire Gala Gambit is worth that combo in Modern. You just get a chance to kind of deal a little bit more damage if Wolverine rolls a 5 with the Hellfire Gala trait. You do get a Perplex. I like him better in Silver with the House of X one, though, if you're going to combine a Gambit with the Wolverine. I don't think it's in Modern, that combo.
Gambit. If you're going to use a Gambit, I think it's the Collector's Trove Gambit right now. Or the Release Day. Or the Play-at-Home kit, I mean. The Play-at-Home kit, I think, actually has...
that one's the better one of the set, I think.
Are we talking about the Chase Wolverine, the common Chase? Yeah.
Because
like he's still good, but he doesn't work the way people think that he works. So I think he's very good, but I don't know.
The Chase Wolverine is awesome.
No, he's great. I just think people are thinking like, oh, I can
obliterate a whole. They don't understand that the hit target means that you can only choose one. They think that you're able to do it against everybody.
Yeah, I know. I didn't really want to spoil it before the set review, I guess, but that was the thought. Was like
it's all over
Facebook. One.
It's all over Facebook.
You don't explode a team after you do Ares with this guy. So.
Yeah.
Of the Gambits, I like the Deadpool Weapon X1 and the House of X1, even though I hate ever bringing up that piece ever with that Wolverine. But in Modern, I think the best one is probably the Collector's Trove one.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I think I like that one the best out of the choices that we have. I like that because he can get the trick arrows too, right? I think.
Yes, he can.
Yeah. So.
All right, so I need to know why you guys like him so much more than the Hellfire Gala one or the Play-at-Home one.
Is the Hellfire Gala one still Modern?
Yeah, it is. Yep.
They were too.
Yep.
Oh, my fault.
I've played the Collector's Trove one, and he's a really good figure. Hitting 12 for 3, being able to unequip.
Yeah, that's where I get excited. Is the stealing of the equipment, being able to take that away is pretty good.
But he's a sidestep for 45 points. He's a sidestep piece, and now you're invested 105 piece into a Wolverine Gambit combo like that. It just doesn't work.
So is the Hellfire Gala. He's also 40 points for sidestep stealth.
Yeah, but he actually works with that Wolverine more, where now you can use a Perplex on him, and if he rolls a 5, you can ping people for more damage. So I think if you're going into the gimmick, this one just makes more sense.
I just like to use him as a secondary attacker. You don't just throw him out there. I'm just saying, I've played. He plays better. I mean, granted, I also did play him as a butterfly swap, so that's a little different.
Yeah, I mean, that I agree with. Then if
that's why I think the play at home kit is the best one. You get a die replacement for him. He has leap, climb, and running shot.
Yes.
Super senses. So
that means you can also then at least have web swinging to try to keep him alive for an extra hit. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the play at home one.
For sure. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, he gets die replacement every turn too. That's really good. That's really good.
Motorcycle acrobatics is amazing. It's a great name.
Because I can ask this.
One is really good.
Just because I can ask this right now. What's your favorite Gambit in HeroClix?
My
I
favorite
don't have
gambit
a
of all
favorite.
time.
Favorite gambit, yeah, in HeroClix.
My favorite one of all time was the death one from Wolverine versus Cyclops for Genesis.
Ah, that one was cool. Just way overcosted,
That,
but he was really
yeah,
good.
that one
Oh
was,
man, that one was so
very
good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Explosion, the first one, the vet 072. I actually played him quite a lot.
Which one?
The first Gambit.
Oh, that was way
Evergreen.
before our time, yeah. Is that the one jumping over the Sentinel?
No, that's the second one. Universe was a remake.
Oh, I don't even think I have that one that we're talking about then.
Yeah, Explosion was the Rev, the rookie experience veterans.
Yeah, so it was he started with Stealth, Energy Explosion, and Perplex for 51 points.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, first one that I have, or the oldest one that I have, is the Mutations and Monsters one, and then I have every other one since.
So I actually really liked the Wolverine and X-Men one because the when you had like the super heavy objects at the time, it was pretty cool that he just buffed their damage when you threw them. So I did like that a lot. Like I gave him running shot, and then that's what I did with him was just I would just throw objects at people, which was pretty funny. So
This is a perfect example of how frustrated I got when we first started playing, and there weren't any like good modern X-Men. And so I had to pay 118 points for this one, and Pete was playing the new stuff and just pummeling me every week. Do you remember that, Pete?
I mean,
Those are
you did that by
those are good
choice,
times.
I
Yeah,
wanted
you
to
did
play
that by
Gambit.
choice. 100%.
We didn't get
It was
another
a
one
cool
until
sculpt,
the
though.
XDPS one.
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
Oh, I was gonna
That
say.
XDPS.
Wait,
You
there
were
was
so
a-
happy from Wolverine versus Cyclops. That event really made you happy.
That was a
for
fun
whole
little
summer.
event.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that Gambit was good too. I remember him like running the table like in a couple things with it. Especially, I feel like man, if they could just get their .1 card and just
Yes.
play that, that would be so much better. Because like the biggest thing was their like their attack and defense values were pretty trash. But like what they did was really cool.
Yeah, within the bubble of the set itself, it played really well together and it was very cool. But if you weren't playing the .1 versions against other pieces, they just didn't have a chance.
That was such a cool event too because the way that they ran it locally was it built upon itself.
Yep.
So like it rewarded you for going
Yeah.
and attending, and yeah, that was just a great event.
Because you got to keep playing with the pieces that you pulled. They like wrote them down. So yeah, it was cool. All right, what pieces do you think should shoot for when? What pieces do you think you should shoot for when in sealed, both two booster and team sealed? And is there a strategy for selecting the proper figures? And let's say mulligans are not an option. So I look at what are you guys looking for support? I think Prob and TK are like the two support powers that I'm looking for in sealed. Then Outwit.
Yeah, surprisingly, leadership is good, but leadership's not like a must-have. I can function with a 3-action team. You just gotta be ready to build in it. I think TK is the most important one with Prob.
Agreed. Yeah.
See, I also like leadership. I like having the 4th action in case I don't get TK. That's my biggest thing. If I don't get TK, landing a leadership is great.
The most important power in sealed is probability control. It just is. Because most of the time, unless somebody pulls like the auto win, like you're gonna put some stuff out of the board that the values aren't great. And so having that ability to re-roll an opponent's attack or your attack, it just comes up a huge way too many times. So I gravitate towards probability control and then probably outwit and then perplex. And if I can find a leadership piece that's cheap, I'll sneak it on there. But you guys are right. Like you can operate in most sealed with 3 actions per turn.
And you're always playing the best pieces as your attacker, right? So I think that support comes off even bigger in your sealed games.
It's frustrating when I open boosters and I don't have any like probability control. I can pretty much tell you how my day's going to go then.
And when he says like what pieces, like you don't shoot for pieces, you're opening it blind. So just hope you get the good pieces and just look for the powers and synergy.
That's where
it depends on the set too, right? Like so if it's a close heavy set, like having range pieces like in Smash and Destroy, I don't think range really played into any of my sealed choices. Whereas with the X-Men set, range is big.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you even getting the low rarity range attackers, you can do a lot with them.
There's a lot more outwit too. I think you got to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
It was really easy. I had 3 on my team.
Yeah, I had 2 on mine.
So I think outwit is back to a little bit more. It wasn't as common before for a bit. But I think the if you're trying to prep for any kind of steel game, I think that's where the set reviews come into play also, and just kind of knowing, or even just using the meta tab, right, on, or what's it called? I guess it's not technically the meta tab.
No, the units tab, and you like browse the unit section. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
So there's a way to go to a set. Oh, it's the view set stats. There you go. And it'll actually tell you like all the pieces that you're looking for that have like powers and frequency and stuff. So like there's only 4 characters that start with TK.
Not a lot. So you're probably not getting that in sealed. Probably, or I would say most likely not.
And the people that, if you do have it, if you see that, you pulled that in your booster, then you could have a step up on the people that you're playing against, because it was not going to be one of the more common pieces. But like 10 people have probability control. 10 people have outwit. So outwit is actually more common than perplex in this set. And where's leadership? Leadership is 15, which isn't that bad. I think that's pretty high, actually. I feel like there's been sets where there's like 3 pieces with leadership lately. No?
Yeah, there's been very few leaderships. I want to say Lantern Legacy was.
I was going to say, I feel like Lantern Legacy had a lot less leadership.
Let's go to number 7. What is your favorite character from anything that you want to see clixed? Then, what is one that we have that is clixed that you would want to see a better version of and or have a legacy card? So I really want Mortal Kombat and the first 3 ninjas from Mortal Kombat 1, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Reptile, even if they were just a same sculpt and repainted. But obviously Transformers and Ravage is what I would want. Things that are not clixed. Miles, go.
You almost had me there when you said 3 ninjas. And now all I can think about is Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum. All right, that's the answer.
We need an Iconics from 3 Ninjas. 3 Ninjas Iconics.
We do. Absolutely.
Oh, that'd be
with
great.
Dave Dragon. It's Hulk Hogan, who everyone that doesn't know Dave Dragon.
Wasn't that 3 Ninjas like 4?
Yeah. High Noon Omega Mountain.
Yes. What would you pick for something that has never been clixed?
You mean for something that has been clixed but for a better version?
No, that's the second question that we're not at yet.
No, first question is 3 ninjas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
like legitimately, like that's yeah, 3 ninjas now.
Dan, what's yours?
I honestly do not know. I really liked Street Fighter, but it's already been clicks, but they were just so bad that I'm just like, I would like them to be remade because they were so terrible done the first time. The sculpts were amazing, the dials though were awful.
So would that be your answer for
Pokemon.
the second one? Pokemon?
Yes, probably, yeah.
Pete, what would you pick? Something that's never been clixed?
Something that's never been clixed. I would say G.I. Joe.
That's a good one too.
Because I think you just have so many things in the vehicles. I mean, could you imagine being able to get like the Cobra Dome, the Terror Dome? Oh man, how happy would you be?
I will sing the G.I. Joe movie theme song all the time.
I mean,
Just yelling
realistically,
Cobra.
they could do at least 2 full sets of G.I. Joe. Easy.
I think more than that.
Easy 2 sets, right? That's something that could be done. Yeah, there's been so many.
Hear me out.
Figures.
Slaughter's Marauders is a 400-point set.
Yeah, Sergeant
Cobra
Slaughter.
Oh yeah, come on. Let's go, WizKids.
Yeah,
we got thoughts here.
So
And that's an order.
Stuff that has been
that's right.
clixed. I definitely want a Master Chief that's playable. Master Chief is all of the Halo stuff. The dials are just so outdated, even for our monthly games, like Soldier.
Oh, yeah.
I looking at them like for half cost. It's like I still cannot justify putting them on the board, even at half cost. And like Dan said, similar to Street Fighter, even at half off, they're not gonna stand up at all. You can't play them.
I feel like you're just a giant chicken. Be great, Redman.
Dude, being able to play Master Chief on the Ghost and fly around, like that's the closest one I feel like. It's still just I can't do it.
Just think of how happy you'd be, though. Like just the whole day, just flying around with Master Chief until he got blown off the board really quick.
Which would happen really quick, and then I'd be upset that I just wasted half my build. Huh?
It would be half the build.
You wouldn't play him for 30 points?
Master Chief?
There's at least one or two that are really cheap, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one would I play?
Shotgun Master Chief?
Let's see here.
I think he's
Shotgun.
like 40 points.
See, on Soldier, he's automatically going to be an 11 attack.
So 42. There's an oddball one with a 9 attack, so I could play him for 21 points, a 9 attack 2 with super strength. That just seems terrible. Where's the
Yeah, no,
you'd be so happy though.
Yeah,
are you kidding me?
The shotgun one here is 61 points, so yeah, he'd be 32 points. It's a running shot, so he takes 1 damage and he loses running shot, and then he's just a 10 energy explosion.
Do you know how you fix that? Especially in sealed? Because you're only paying 30.
Yeah.
Motorcycle.
So now he's a 45. That's such a bad decision. The only possible one is the one on the Ghost. Maybe.
Listen, as we've said many times, it's something you can do.
It is something you can do.
And I think you should.
I don't think I'll be doing it. The stats are so bad. Whatever is what I say.
As far as an unclicks thing, so I think I feel like they could lean into it with like the D&D stuff they've already made. So like God of War or like Dark Souls would be a really interesting iconics. Where you're just like, you either get like Kratos and some people like for people that are newer, you could do like the new stuff like the like remake or whatever for the 2018 and then Ragnarok or like.
They haven't made a Kratos.
What was that?
Like I'm so surprised that we honestly don't have a Kratos. Because they were pushing Kratos, God of War into everything.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's great. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love to have that. I'd play that all the time. Like, this is great. So, I think that's something that for me would be like, this would be really neat. So,
Miles, what would you pick?
It's Marina.
What
for the figure that I would like to get reclicked. Marina. It was only clicked once in Armor Wars. She's from Alpha Flight.
Oh, okay.
It's a John Byrne creation. Yeah. A spin on the Superman, but done right.
Done right. Wow.
Yeah.
Pete, what would you have redone?
Probably Invincible.
Oh, that's a good one too.
I love
that. I was
that.
gonna say they made that at one point, right? They weren't great. They were like indie clicks almost.
Yeah,
so
not
this was the first fan vote. They had HC Realms. I remember when this happened. They had HC Realms vote for which collector set was next, and this is the first time that they did it, and it was Invincible. And then they made the dials trash, and then they got mad because no one ever bought them.
Well, it's kind of tough when you make the figures bad.
Yeah. So this was the first fan vote, and it just didn't sell.
We need more video games and more 80s properties.
I think 80s properties and Alex Toth. That's what we need.
That's very specific, but okay.
I don't know. I don't even know who that is. So
Alex Toth. So Alex Toth was he was an artist, but he's the one that pretty much created every good cartoon for Hanna-Barbera in the 60s and 70s. You had the Herculoids, you had Space Ghost, you had My Tor, you had Moby Dick, Dinosaur Boy. Yeah.
Gotcha. So I will disagree with that one. And
RV Birdman, Attorney at Law.
That one I will say yes.
I was with you.
Be so happy with Harvey Birdman.
Birdman and Alex Trio.
I would be so happy with a Harvey Birdman Attorney at Law.
That one we do need.
Yeah. Yeah, Space Ghost Coast to Coast too. I'd be so happy with that also.
All right, what is the most cheap and least time-consuming but still amazing food that you can think of to eat while you're on a budget? I'm going to go with either ramen or just cereal, depending on your mood. Sugar cereal.
Instant ramen is so gross. I guess I'm just being bougie, but
You are. If you're on a budget, that's what you eat.
you can make budget ramen, and it's still better than that stuff you get out of a cup.
No, you don't eat the ones out of the cup.
Cup? What are you doing buying a cup ramen?
No.
The little packs.
We're talking. Yeah.
Those are just as bad.
No, not at all. There's so many things you can do with them.
Cup of noodles. Yeah, no. Cup of noodles, get out of here. Top ramen, those packs. Oh, yeah. In fact, I have like 2 cases here for the kids already.
The top ramen is that's just as much atrocious as the cup stuff. Ugh.
So Christine kept buying like 3 ramens at a time just for like if we needed to make something really quick. And so I was tired of running out of them. So I actually went on Amazon and I bought 2, I think 24 packs. I got 2 24 packs for $6.48.
Yep.
Oh, that's not each. So the total to get it delivered to my door was under $13 for 48 packs of ramen.
Yeah. I have to be careful because whenever I get in the mood to eat them, I eat 4 packets at once.
Oh, yeah. You can't just eat one. That. I'll make 3.
No. Yeah. And then I'll throw cheese in there. And then as I'm boiling it, I'll also throw some egg white or sometimes even just a regular egg. Let it boil and cook through it.
See, there's
some
so much
cilantro.
Yeah, there's so much you can do with it. Do you have a different answer, Miles, or is that your answer too?
Glizzies.
Okay. Dan, what would you do besides a cup of noodles?
8 hot dogs for $4. $6 if you get buns.
Still worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I usually just make like eggs and rice. If I'm like talking quickly, that's usually like the quickest thing I make that's easy.
Pete?
Love Miles, but I hate Miles. The Glizzies was the correct answer.
Well, that's what we had on Saturday for our monthly.
And it was amazing. It was amazing. Nobody left
unhappy. I
unhappy.
actually just got on eating 5 of them before we started recording.
My God.
So we unfortunately ran out of mustard, and Christine is allergic to mustard, and so had to improvise. So I don't usually put ketchup on it, but we had ketchup and we had the this cheese for nachos in a squirt bottle. So I put that on there, and it was very close to the ketchup and nacho cheese, and it was delicious. And I had like 6 of them, I think, over the day.
So you messed up because you had meatball bombers too. So what you do is you get the meatball sauce and you put it underneath the glizzy, and then you put the glizzy on there and you break up a meatball over the top. That's how you do it. I ate at least 3 of those.
I'm mad I didn't try that. Usually I think of that stuff.
Yeah. Not to be confused with the famous hot dog hamburger, which is a summertime favorite here, where you get the hamburger and you cut the glizzy in half and put it on top of the hamburger.
I don't know if I've done that, actually.
Try it.
I'm full of good ideas. You boys are missing out.
All right, who wins in a wrestling match, Superman or John Cena? John Cena, because Superman can't even see him with his X-ray vision.
Yeah, it's John Cena because just like Hogan, he has creative control. So it's scripted, so that means Superman loses.
Are we actually answering this question? Because it's John Cena every time.
Right. I was going to say, it's definitely John Cena every time.
And another thing, John Cena also does not have the Kryptonian keyword, so that's another point in his way.
If the only piece that would ever be good if it had the Kryptonian keyword was John Cena.
By the way, thank you guys a lot for making my work days quicker. No problem, Caleb. We have Wes Robertson. If you were attending Red, White, and Clix, what would your 300 modern point team be, assuming X-Men 97 releases on time and is legal? We talked about it earlier. I'm leaning right now towards a Madeline Pryor Marauders team, but I'm also building X-Men Nightcrawlers on it, or a different Nightcrawler team with X-Men too. So those are my top two. Miles, do you have a modern team that you're working on right now?
Yep, Infinite at 150 with Animal Man, Space Batman with Destroyer, Miles 35 points with Mjolnir, Predigaton and Phoenix Pog with assist on the sideline, as well as Animal Man Ares, 2 green torches, and a second Infinite.
Seems like a lot.
Seems fun.
It does not seem fun, and you know it.
That does not sound like any kind of fun whatsoever.
I just built this team. That's why I have zero interest in playing in Modern. Because of teams similar to this.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Dan, do you have a modern team that you're looking at right now?
Yeah, I mean, my team doesn't change much just because X-Men's not a set that I'm like adding to build. So I'm currently building with Pavither. So he's basically the linchpin of my team right now. So,
Pete, you have a modern team that you're looking at?
Yeah, I'm back on the law firm.
Do you want to explain any part of the law firm for the listeners at home?
Yeah, you have the 2 senior partners. You've got Collector's Trove Juggernaut, and you've got the Smash and Destroy Legacy Juggernaut. And then it's going to be unthemed because there's no point in playing theme at that point in Modern. So you might as well put Chair Panther on there because you have to have him. Then, what's the best 20 points in all of Hero Clicks? There's Perdegaton. Then I would do
that's a good thing.
And Zenzi.
Yeah, the law firm
and
helps
across the board and destroying things as fast as
the law firm
possible.
Is fighting for Black Panther to tell people diplomatic immunity. So
wait, so are you sure? I remember you did the law firm a couple months ago, and they weren't hitting really anything. So
that was the duos event, and so I didn't with the 200 points. Like I didn't have much else left on that team. So I mean, I didn't have to because you were hitting everything, so it was fine.
I was just messing with you because it was just funny to watch you walk up and be like, "Well, I'm just gonna stand here."
Yep, Dan, I'm going to go miss 3 attacks and do 2 damage to something. He was like, it's fine. So,
also, I'm playing Prime Harpy currently, so that's my other pick because she's great, and I'll probably get 16 clicks out of her before she dies.
4 leader.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of leader. Everybody keeps talking about him, but I don't actually see him show up, so I'm cool.
Maybe Leader needs to join the law firm. Marco, and the Leader.
Yeah. They could use a Leader.
Leader might come up when the stuff that's going on the sideline for X-Men are popping up here.
Yeah.
Quite a few things.
I'm telling you, Leader is... Yeah.
Don't forget about him.
What is it? I have Siska, and what's the other? Is it...
Phoenix also.
Jubilee.
And Phoenix.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So there's 3 things right off the top of my head. And then there's a couple other things that, when people be KO'd, they turn into other pieces also.
Well, Leader doesn't affect sideline. He just affects the would-be KO'd stuff.
Yeah, which would affect that sideline from them being KO'd.
No, I understand that. But I thought Phoenix was just she comes in when something dies.
Opposing effects that trigger when an opposing character would be KO'd don't trigger.
Yeah,
so that means Phoenix wouldn't trigger.
No, Phoenix is because hers is on KO. It's not would be.
Okay, yeah, then Phoenix
That's
is
why
around that.
Hers isn't affected, but yeah, I obviously yes, Leader does affect a lot of the don't die stuff.
The morph and the Absica Jubilee.
Oh, does Morph do it too? I didn't realize Morph did it too.
Yeah, Morph's team.
The alternate card. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So
Prime Lobo.
A ton of stuff that's coming out here. Yeah, Prime Lobo too if he picks up play. So just keep Leader on your radar.
And he still is prob. And he's still 5 clicks for 35 points. So he does actually quite a bit.
Yep.
All right, we have McConnell Lamar. Hey gents, I hope the week is off to a great start. Thanks, McConnell. It's a okay week. Hope yours is going well too. What figure are you most excited from each of these options in X-Men 97? The entire CUR, Super Rare, Prime, and alternate cards. I did throw in Chase here too if you guys want to talk about that. But so CUR, I'm going to go with the Nightcrawler.
Morph.
Alternate card or not alternate card?
Just I was high on Morph before I even saw his alternate card.
Okay. Dan?
I don't know if it counts with the rare prime bishop. He is this part of the CUR, I guess.
He'll probably go under the prime category that we'll get to shortly.
Okay. Otherwise, I actually like the beast common, both him and the alternate card. Like his for 30 points, that's great, at least in my mind. But
Yeah, I liked him a lot in Sealed when I got to play him. Pete, do you have a CUR piece that you are excited to play?
Leech.
Yeah, he's good.
I love him. He's amazing. Welcome back, Dario Agger, and you're cheaper, and you got a sweet red hat.
For super rares, I had a hard time going back and forth between Rogue and Cable for super rares. I like both their dials. I think both of them are cool, even like the non-prime versions. Miles, what are you looking forward to in super rares?
I actually haven't been looking at too many of the super rares. I actually haven't been looking at too much of the set, but if I had to go straight from the super rares, yep, Rogue or Emma Frost.
The non-prime Emma Frost?
Yeah, non-prime. Because we're talking about super rares. Yeah, just non-prime. And non-prime Rogue as well.
Dan, do you have a super rare?
I also like Emma. The White Queen's pretty dope. This is probably one of the best versions of her they've made, I think.
Yeah, she doesn't seem as overcosted as she usually becomes.
Yeah. Or just
was that House of X, that 75.1 that just stopped, couldn't target within range or something like that. That was like the last good one.
I like the one where she was wearing the Cerebro helmet, but she was a lot of points.
That was Rise and Fall,
Yeah,
I think, right?
I think so. I'm just not 100% sure, but yeah. I thought she was great, but
Pete, do you have a super rare you're looking forward to?
I really like Abscissa. Not just for the sideline stuff. Like, she just seems fun to play for 50 points.
Yeah, main force.
She does a ton of cool stuff.
For primes, I think all 4 primes are very playable, but the Cable is the one I'm looking forward to the most.
Bishop.
yeah, Bishop's my favorite too, just because I like Bishop as a character. Like I think his power set's neat, and yeah, this is
the most accurate to the character we've ever had.
Oh yeah,
I agree with that for sure. I'm really
So
excited
that's
to play
why, yeah.
Bishop as well.
I don't think he's really going to make a splash right away in the meta, depending on, because I mean, range just is, it's not ideal currently, and I don't know even with Hidari Yao.
Yeah, but for 70 points, like I'm a-okay with putting Animal Man on him to make sure I can always reduce damage, and then just.
Oh no, for sure. No, I think right now there's just too many primes that just are a step above him.
Yeah,
because
but
you're making him 80 points. You look at like a figure even from the same set that does more, and then there's also Abomination. I do like Bishop though as a character and everything. So
I guess, but he could just nuke a team. Like that attack power is good enough where you could just blow up an entire team if you hit.
There's been so many times where I've built an X-Men team and I just wanted to add a Bishop, and I'm like, these don't feel like Bishop. It doesn't feel like I'm playing the character even close, and he's overcosted and not good, so he never makes the team.
yeah, this is finally a good Bishop, which is nice.
This one's awesome. I'll definitely be fielding both the main force one or the non-prime and the prime.
I also like the alternate card just to play against Pete.
Ooh, yeah, that's not great.
Do you have a prime?
All of the primes are good. I think the one that's probably the closest to what I would play would be Cable with the universal weapon. I know everybody's talked about it, but it's just too simple and easy and effective. But my favorite prime is Emma Frost. Dude, I think she is awesome. Mm-hmm. You don't want to attack her. You have to attack her. You have to hit her multiple times to even do damage to her. That's nutty.
I think she's getting overshadowed by the other ones, but yeah, every single prime in this set is awesome.
I don't see why, because she just says, I don't take damage. She has built-in fortify, and it like stacks a bunch too. So the only way to get through it is either pulse wave her or take off all of the tokens.
Well,
Like
we
that to me,
usually so every set that we get, I feel like there's at least one shitty prime, right? And I don't feel like we'd have a bad prime in this set, and so people are right now
No.
talking more about Cable and Rogue. But I mean, Bishop is
Yeah.
awesome, and she's getting overshadowed right now from Cable and Rogue, is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I probably fall into this. Cable was like the pick because I like Cable as a character, but as far as like playstyle, Emma is very much my playstyle. I value durability and just like damage avoidance, and her just being like, no, unless you're pulse waving me is really good.
Yeah, she is.
I think
great.
you're going to see people make effective teams with her on X-Man and on Ruler, even competitively, and certainly in Silver. Like that's a crazy 60-point attacker.
Yeah. What about chases? I'm gonna go Nightcrawler and Madeline Pryor, and I can't pick between both of them because I've been talking them both up too much.
Mr. Sinister, specifically in Silver, just because he is the figure you play with Major Logan now, so you're guaranteed the +1 and -1 to that roll.
Yeah, it's a pretty sick combo.
For what, 100 points essentially? Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, 125. I'm playing Major Logan at full. I just think he's too good.
I'm not gauging towards you. I'm gauging towards the broader audience that probably
yeah, that's what
play
you're
him
gonna see.
full.
Yeah. I just think you play him at full. Yeah, it's just.
Dan, do you have a chase that you're looking at?
If I had to pick, it's probably Madeline Pryor, honestly. Like, I know I talked about her earlier that she's like a playstyle piece. Like, I would have to get reps with this piece, but she's very interesting. Like, out of the choices, she's probably the one I would gravitate towards.
She seems
Honestly.
super fun, yeah.
Yeah.
Pete, what are you looking at?
There's not a chase I don't like a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
Which says a lot about the set. Even the ones that like are probably not as good. Like I don't think Magneto's as good as the other ones just because of his point cost, but that Cyclops is reasonable at 70 points. He does a ton on those keywords. Jubilee is just phenomenal. Nightcrawler's phenomenal. Madeline Pryor's phenomenal. Mr. Sinister. But if you're going to ask me which one do I want to fall out of a booster, Bastion.
Yeah, so even
Yeah,
looks
man.
really cool.
Bastion.
I will do violent things with Bastion to people. That piece is
I gotta
awesome.
So-
I gotta get my Mr. Sinister customized to be Gene Snitsky carrying the baby. That's what I need.
Bastion looks like he walked straight out of Cyberpunk to me. I saw that and his other counterpart in the set, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. I like it.
I had to reread him a few times just to make sure I was understanding the character correctly, and I'm not saying I still do, but he is just a murder machine.
Well,
So-
like in Silver, right? You give him the 0 and the lightning ring, and suddenly you're just healing every turn, and then just lightning ring to just explode teams. I think that's really good, but that's just where I'm at.
Yeah, and in Silver, you're not even 295. You're like, cool, man, I can find 100 points on Robot. Oh, hey, Kevin. And some other things to play with him to just make him a mod.
Well, just the Danger Room guys love him, or like at least Sabretooth for sure. Be like, all right, go.
Yep.
So
Mr. Sinister is always a Danger Room construct, is always a huge piece. That's a very underrated piece in Silver, which is crazy to me that they don't see more play.
We were talking about pieces that don't normally feel a lot like the characters. Like I think the Nightcrawler also that we'll get into when we get into the CUR or the Super Rares and Beyond set review. But just even everything he does, the way he attacks and can evade and move around, finally feels like a Nightcrawler. That House of X one was terrible. For a character we don't get that much, it's nice to get versions like this where you want to play them.
Trying to figure out how to cheat Kevin onto Black Lanterns and make it useful.
I don't think you can.
you can't actually.
No, you
do
can't.
that.
I'm just kidding. It's not useful because they're not Marvel characters. Duh.
Yeah.
Just making bad jokes.
It was
Yeah, the DC one's gonna be Karen.
Karen.
Yeah.
Dude, I would totally pay Karen and Kevin together.
It's just
That'd be
Kevin
amazing.
with Karen hair.
Yeah,
Just like a wig on her.
DC characters only. Yep. Looks like ET and drag.
Yes. What about the alternate card? Do you guys have a favorite alternate card? I think
I do.
they're all
Yep.
really good. The Morph one is really high up there. The Cyclops one, the Gambit one
Morph is the right answer.
Yeah, there's. I like
Morph
them
is
all.
bonkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Bishop just to troll Pete. That's all. That's really it.
So I like
very
Bishop
nice,
as well.
Dan.
Not to troll Pete. I like Bishop because it says when another friendly character with the X-Men keywords KO'd by an imposing effect. So
That one's good too.
that's not looking for your KO area. So if they KO a bystander, you can just place them anywhere on the map, and he has immune.
Yeah, which is
Yeah,
pretty
I thought
wild.
that card was a good idea.
Well, there's and
It's
again,
an opposing effect, so they're learning. It seems
it
learning.
is an opposing effect, so it's not as easy to trigger. So yes,
I suppose. Yeah, that
I
Morph
also
is
I also
nutty.
really like the Beast alternate card for 30 points. I feel like is again just really solid.
I don't think there's a bad one.
No, they've really. This was unexpected, and the alternate cards are good. They put a lot of thought into this. Which was really this
That's
feels
nice
really
too. 'Cause
good.
You don't need to, because team up cards you need to be Highlander. You don't for these, and it's one force reveal, so you'll know what your opponent is, and so you can decide whether especially that beast one, you can decide whether to use that card or not. If they're not playing robot, or stuff.
Oh hey, you're robots. I'm gonna play this one. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah, no,
nice.
I like that a lot actually. It's pretty cool. So
A lot of the team up cards from any set they've done them on feel very like just forced, and you would never play them. They're just there to be there.
No, I always wanted the team up cards to be like, hey, we know you're playing this team, so we're gonna make these guys really banger because you played the team up. Instead of it just being like, oh, you're getting a minor benefit and you really had to like pigeonhole yourself to get this, which makes me really sad.
That's actually honestly like why I'm a little sad to see these alternate cards since they're not team up cards, because it's like they are just going all in on theme doesn't matter anymore, and you shouldn't play theme. So that is
I guess I'm still gonna play theme. Like I'm just that person regardless of
I
whether,
understand
like,
that, but I'm
good.
just saying it just shows that it's been the design the last few years and has really been showing you don't play theme because theme's useless. And then now, like, we got away from team up cards, whereas there's alternate cards that you can play without being theme, or and so it's.
There's a lot of stuff though where it's specifically, obviously this is an X-Men set. There's a lot of stuff that are specific to X-Men when you play the team up cards though. So it's not that you have to be a theme, but you start adding enough X-Men on the team to make these gimmicks work, and you might as well just build a theme. So there's definitely some turnaround.
Yeah, I get that.
I think so, at least.
You know what's the best team up card of all time? To just go completely off here.
It's the
Redman, you know what it is.
The Wolverine and Colossus one.
No, it was the Seven Soldiers of Victory one.
That one was really good too.
That one was
Shining
cool.
Knight was ridiculous.
You got so baller with that team up card. Oh man.
Yeah, and it's sad that you can't play him in silver because you could conceivably play Seven
I
Soldiers
thought
of
you-
Victory team.
I thought you can.
Can you?
Yeah.
I didn't think you could. Oh.
The team up cards? Yeah, you can play team ups. Yeah.
Oh, guess what I'm playing for? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. But that was a great team up card. That was my favorite one. I played that one all the time. When
I saw that one too.
Who? Pete?
Yeah, with Seven Soldiers.
What was Shining Knight? Was he a super or was he a rare?
Rare.
No, he was an uncommon.
Oh, he was an uncommon.
Shining Knight was 034. That was a big set.
Okay, I just didn't remember. Okay, it's
So
been a while too.
The attack rolls of Shining Knight and listed friendly characters have a minimum value equal to the number of those characters on the map. So if all listed characters on the map, they and Shining Knight have outsiders. He's just a great team up card.
Very annoying to go up against.
Wait, really? Was it really that bad?
It was a different game back then. I felt like back in JLU too, but
Oh,
having
okay.
everybody just
It's like
get outsiders.
Oh yeah, I mean that's pretty big. I mean, there's only a couple team up cards or stuff that does that, and when you get a bunch of outsiders, it's pretty wild. You're like, what?
And
Because I
like,
mean, Shining Knight on his own isn't really that good. Like he's a 10 speed, 10 attack, 18 defense, 3 damage, which really isn't that stellar.
no, it was just more of I think the team itself was just annoying. It just had a lot of annoying pieces, right?
Right. So once you filled it out, like your minimum attack rolls were that. So you hardly ever missed. It was hard to miss with the team. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of what you put on there.
But you could play him on a Justice League theme team, right? And you could just have like say Green Arrow, Vigilante, and himself, and you're good to go, right? Like you didn't need to play the whole setup if you didn't.
You needed to play the whole setup to get outsiders. You had to play all of them.
Yeah, you played the whole setup to get outsiders.
And if one of them gets KO'd, they lose outsiders.
No, that's. I was just curious. I was just curious because like Crimson Avenger, Stargirl, and Stripe are harder to come by. So that's why I was curious. Was just because the Stripe from JLU is actually really. I still like him. I think he's still probably the best. I was like, I don't even know how many Stargirls we've had. So
That Stargirl was pretty good from JLU.
And you can now go into some modern points. They did put it on the keyword on a couple people in the new set. Masters of Time. You got another Green Arrow and a Vigilante Legacy there.
and you have the OP kit. What's his name? It's not Speedy. They call them Arsenal. That's right. It wasn't Speedy.
Mm-hmm.
So the one that I thought you were talking about, I played quite a few times. It was that team up with Colossus. It was the House of X Wolverine. So if you have a friendly character named Colossus, Colossus can use TK, and then he can use charge at no cost. So you get a free charge flurry, and then if there's still somebody there, you can flurry him again. And he's an 11 precision strike, 3 exploit. So you can essentially make 4 attacks with this Wolverine. I thought that was really cool. I played that quite a few times.
So I played. I used to play Sunspot from House of X with the team up for. If you get the aim keyword, you had the aim keyword, you got the Avengers keyword. So because he ran aim, obviously, and he brought him into Avengers. So like now you could do it with like Prime A-Bomb. You can just make A-Bomb an Avenger for 35 points. You're like, hey, you're now an Avenger.
Yeah, now he has team player because you can team him up with that Spider-Man, so he has team player. Because the Avengers keyword has team player. So A-Bomb gets to copy some good team abilities.
All right, number 2, the release of Lantern Legacy, Silver updates, and soon X-Men 97 have really had the building juices flowing. What are you most looking forward to building, or what are you most looking forward to building around in Silver and Modern? Yeah, I totally agree. I'm a little hesitant still to get too excited about building just because of certain sideline element, though. Modern, I'm looking at X-Men first, and then Mystical and Monster if of course the Marauders team that I mentioned before does not work. Silver is going to be Assassins and X-Men. Miles, I know you said you're not excited for Modern. What are you?
Yeah, no, I'm not. Silver, I think is, especially since they just rotated. I've been wanting to play with them as the deceased chases. So, I really like deceased Wonder Woman bringing in Giganta. Because Giganta Prime is, I know she took a huge nerf with the rules changes to Quake, but she's always been a piece that I've been having on the back burner. And then the deceased chases are just.
Oh, the deceased chases are so good. So
I'd love to see that.
They're so fun.
Yeah.
What about?
So I'm going with Apocalypse.
Apocalypse for Silver, or no, Modern, both.
So, Modern and Silver, yeah. But I don't plan on playing in many Modern events. Like right now, it's just there's no incentive for me to travel to do Modern. So,
Dan, do you have a Modern or Silver team that you're looking forward to?
So as much as I really like playing the Paviter Spider-Man, my sleeper pick right now is actually Prime Craven. He's really good if you can get him rolling with the grave markers. I think that effect is really strong, and I just need to find the right like lock and key setup for him to really get him going. It's just the like what else do I put around him? So, but I think he's really really good. So, Silver, I'm definitely playing as Guardians, but I'm going to be playing Prime Gamora. She's amazing, and I don't think she had her time when she was legal for Modern, so I'm super psyched to bring her back around for Silver.
Yeah, she was so close when she was Modern, and just did not get time to shine. But there's
Now
so
when
much
you
that's
can
been
mind
added.
control her, I was gonna say now when you can mind control her and blow up your whole team.
Yeah, she just didn't have a good time. Pete, what did you say that you were looking forward to?
Oh, I've got all kinds of bad ideas in Silver. I got so many bad ideas in Silver, but I'm gonna mess with the law firm here for a bit, and if they don't do well on both sides, then I'll just go back to Collector.
Number 3, outside of Beetlejuice, what do you think would be the 3 most positive changes that can be made in HeroClix today? Well, if you did not say Beetlejuice, that would have been all 3 of my answers. But I am not a fan of the place after movement pieces. I think that would be healthy to get rid of those. We do need something that interacts with improved movements like the barrel did. And then we also need more elements that interact with sideline and characters on their cards.
Do you mean like the attack after carry piece? Is that what you're talking about?
Like Zala and Diana, things like that.
Oh, you're talking about that because I thought you were talking about like the I can carry a character and then they can attack now type of thing. Okay,
That's
so it's still
the same
drop
thing,
off.
isn't it?
No, because like the goats are like you can carry 2 characters and then they can attack.
Well, that would be similar. Yeah, you're just moving and not attacking. The crazy like place anywhere and then attack across the map is what I don't think is great for the game. At least the goats make you play as Guardian, but there's still a thing.
Space Batman, number 1. He needs to generate a standard character. The fact that he's able to generate a green torch, who can then generate another green torch because of assist from another world, I think is also a problem. And I don't want to hear, oh, Sheriff Panther can shut that down. And we shouldn't have this interaction to begin with. I think that's
especially with how many points you can pop a piece in for. That seems it's ridiculous.
And he's not unique. Like, how can this figure not be unique? Like, it needs to say once per game for all characters with this trait. Generate a standard character.
Even if he didn't generate a standard character, I think still putting for like him to just put a point limit on it seems okay. Or like, my biggest thing is how can you just generate it on its starting click, knowing it's 300 points?
No, and then I do think that Infinite, like I said, we need testing, but on paper, and then I played a few games against it, and it's just him exploding and then doing the Ares bomb. Ares is going to be the third that I think needs addressed. And honestly, I think he just needs to. There's just way too many just problematic interactions with him, and he just needs to go.
I agree with it.
The giant is just too much.
As much as I love Ares and the idea of like what he does, he's kind of a problem. So
there's just so many bad interactions in Silver, and then plus when you interact with it and you add in the giant reach.
No, I know.
Like
I
the
know.
35 points Spidey.
Yeah.
It's just like it's like come on now.
No, I know. The thing is, like, I like the stuff like that when you use a specific power and you go into the gimmick. I feel like that specific, like if he just did it where he targeted a single character, right, and you did like an extra effect, I don't think it'd be that bad. It's just the fact that he can target everybody is pretty rough. Even if you're only targeting adjacent people, still being able to get 3 to 5 people with one attack is pretty wild. So, especially when he's free.
Like they need to start making these sideline active. Like if he's on a sideline, then you need to pay this many points. Like
even if he was 10 points, I'd still pay for him. I'd be like, that's fine. I'll pay 10 points.
And he'd still be a problem at 10 points just because of the interactions with Blades.
No, I know.
But it's that. Yeah, so Infinite, Space Batman, and then I think definitely it's going to be Ares. I do want Assist up there, but I think Assist is the least of the problems. I think that it's a problem because of those two.
That's an easy fix too, though, right? Is just generating something that's not the same set number.
Yeah, the same collector number. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Dan, what would your top 3 be?
So my top 3 would be to institute a restricted list. Because I think the biggest problem with like lots of things is when you can just Frankenstein all of the worst parts of the game elements into like one team, and that's a lot of what you see is like, all right, well, what radical combo did I make that's like, that's not fun. And I think that, and honestly, having like a Highlander rule with obvious exceptions for like the stuff that's supposed to work in multiples would be helpful. Because I think usually anytime you get to like the stupidness of double of any piece that's too good, like one that just rotated, that's a giant monkey, is an obvious choice.
And I think that's the main problem. I think the restricted list, because like sure, I know a lot of people like that, but the problem is that more people don't like that, and we're too small of a community to let stuff like that happen. Like realistically, this community hasn't been growing the last few years. It's relatively been shrinking based off of data, and that's just not good.
I mean that's true. I guess like I just don't understand it because I've seen enough of the other like games that get played, even especially like at a high level, and they all have a banned / restricted list.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no, that's why I'm all for it.
That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't understand why we're so tepid with stuff like that. Is like, hey, the game can still be fun if you can't combo these 6 things together all at once and make things really not fun.
Yeah, and when they're bringing in everything and making them hyper efficient,
Yeah,
like all of a sudden when you're limiting it, like okay, you want to play Chair Panther, he's on there with Prodegaton, so like you're limiting it, so they're not just playing all that. It makes total
modern,
sense.
and I'm sure people like, oh, you just like silver. I do like silver. I also like modern when it's healthy. I don't necessarily think that having because the restricted / ban list could look completely different for modern than it can for silver because their metas are very different.
Absolutely.
So I don't think that like they may look very, very different.
So restricted list, Highlander, and what was the third one?
I guess just be proactive with rulings and any adjustment. I feel like it's always better to just be out there and be upfront about things.
Pete, do you have 3 things that you think would be positive changes for HeroClix?
Well, he mentioned Beetlejuice. So that would have been 2 of the 3. Yeah. So I would say Ares needs to, I think Assist from Another World needs to get strongly looked at. The Batman thing, I agree 100% with what Miles said. That should be a standard character, not anything else past that. Because once you start introducing that stuff, it just gets to be really, really problematic. And I agree completely with everything Dan said. I think restricted lists is something that's a idea that should have been long overdue in Modern. Honestly. You don't want to do Highlander, you don't want to get rid of stuff that's problematic, then you just limit people's ability to do multiple things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there needs to be a little bit more moderating it. Let's go to Anthony Barnstable. Looking at X-Men 97, how is the health of the set for sealed, supercharged, sealed, and battle royale play? Definitely super fun. I thought the lower rarity stuff, they all still do a lot, and they were pretty mobile, which is a nice change. I think the learning curve might be a little bit steeper on this set, where you have to plan out. There's a lot of sealed bombs. And if you play the lower rarity stuff well, I think you can still take them out, though. And I think that's what I'm trying to say. So there's that potential to outplay your opponent, even if they pulled a sealed bomb with the CUR stuff. But the learning curve on that stuff is a little bit higher.
That reminds me of Lantern Legacy, honestly.
What does?
Lantern Legacy, the same way where you said the learning curve with the curve. I think it was the same with Lantern Legacy.
Yeah, which I like.
Same thing with the bomb. Yeah, I think it's well balanced. Just looking at the set, when you've been playing cliX long enough, you can look at a set and tell whether it's going to be, healthy for a sealed environment.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like BRs are kind of like the same boat. I mean, you're opening a pack, and a lot of what you get is kind of random. So you just kind of have to learn how to play it.
I think everyone that did play in it, though, thought that the sealed's been fun so far. I haven't really heard too many people be negative about it.
Yeah, I got feedback from the up north guys, and they said they had a lot of fun. I mean, I know they pulled well, but it still
Well,
sounded
they
like
both didn't. Only
Well,
Mike
yes,
did, yeah.
No, Joe did not pull well.
no.
No.
Are there any pieces you think need some sort of special treatment for those formats like Destroyer Prime or Mogo? I don't think there's really any pieces in this set that need a special ruling like that. They're all pretty straightforward and not too broken. You don't need anything that needs to be played at half points or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, the only piece would be potentially Bastion, but I don't even know if,
He's only got
just for BRs. But no, he has 2-point values.
Oh, that's
but
right.
I don't think that
I don't think he's broken.
really.
No, I guess I know Magneto feels a little rough for like what he does because it just feels like you're like, well, I guess I get one action token for everybody and that's it.
Yeah, BRs, yeah.
That's brutal.
Magneto is a problem in BRs.
Yeah,
for sure. So maybe there's a thing where you get a mulligan for that figure and he just goes
mainly,
surprise.
yeah, I was gonna say it's mainly because he doesn't have a low line. Like if he had a low line, maybe that's not as bad. But
it's that trait. It's that trait.
Yeah.
Looking at him, I feel like he should have had a low line at 6, right?
Maybe.
But
and him not be able to use that trait, maybe I don't know. Because again, if he could use that trait at a low line, that's even worse.
Yeah, no, but yeah, it'd be Magneto would be the only piece to look at for BRs, just because like you get an action token, so he's gonna be able to take 2 turns and everyone's gonna have to skip.
Yeah, but the rest of their team is also going to only have to take 1 action token. That Magneto is getting ganged up on, so somebody can score 250 points in a BR.
Oh, absolutely. I know. It's more so for the, like you said, when your game went a little slow with that, and so when you're having it with 4 people,
it could slow it down a bit.
Yeah, it's just it's something to look for. I'd not instantly, or because I haven't played this set or BRs. It's just something to keep an eye on, if at all.
Yeah. Looking at 300 modern sets, Masters of Time, Black Panther, Collector's Trove, Spider-Verse, Smash and Destroy, Lantern Legacy, and X-Men 97, which single set is overall the most impactful on the modern meta? So originally I was thinking it was kind of a tie between Masters of Time and X-Men 97, at least until we see it play out a little bit more, and then one might edge the other one out after we get some events in. But overall, the Chases and the Primes are better in X-Men 97, I think. I like the alternate cards in 97 way better than the Masters of Time team-up cards. So I think Masters of Time has just had its time to prove it's a top set, and I think it's just going to take some time to have X-Men 97 show that it's even better. That's where I land on it.
As much as I like Panther, and I think the set is good, it probably did not make as much of a splash overall. So, I would say it's probably Masters of Time, honestly. Lantern Legacy I thought would kind of have the same level of impact, and it hasn't quite yet, which I feel like is a bit weird.
It's an awesome set. I just don't think it's impacting the meta that much.
Yeah.
The only one that it's going to be X-Men always defines the meta. Every X-Men set that's been coming out. You had DPS, House of X, Rise and Fall, and even if you didn't play everything, you had X-Men swap on that. And then X of Swords. X-Men sets just define the meta.
People lambasted Rise and Fall, and there were so many meta hits that fell out of that set.
I was gonna say
that was X-Men
stupid. Yeah, it was come on, man.
That people that say that set was bad are horrible. You had Blackheart, you had X-Men swap.
I was gonna say that
Gladiator.
set was not bad.
Yeah, Gladdy Daddy. That's all you needed.
It's hard to tell, but my money's gonna be on X-Men just because X-Men defines metas. That's just how it always has been with X-Men sets. And then we have Collector's Trove still in Masters of Time. Spider-Verse has a few figures just like Black Panther. But yeah, I'm leaning towards X-Men and Collector's Trove.
Really, Collector's? I don't feel like Collector's Trove is really that,
one shots.
Well,
With the
okay,
Dark
I
Bolt.
guess yeah, the one shots are pretty big, but it's mainly Fortify and what Mind Gem.
Yeah, but those are which single set has overall the most impact on the modern meta. That's
Yeah.
because
Well,
of
if
the
you look at
ones.
everyone that's listed there, the only two that you're building almost full teams from are Masters of Time and X-Men 97. The other two you might grab a piece here or there from,
I was
but
gonna say, yeah,
you
it's
can
much more
easily
like.
make amazing teams out of just those two sets.
Yeah,
Well,
and
that was also the
X-Men.
design. That was also the design of the set, right? Is because like Collector's Trove was a mishmash. It wasn't a we have a harmonious theme of like we're all X-Men or we're all Justice League or blah 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 stuff like that related.
Yeah, but it was more like what generic keywords. They could have easily had more cosmic pieces that did better. There was just a little. There were a lot of chases that missed the mark, overcosted, and I don't think the super rares weren't even that good, right?
I feel like
They came with the
Ulysses,
equipment,
Juggernaut would beg to disagree, but yeah, probably the majority of the chases are
but
pretty.
you have
are
I mean,
No,
you
the
have
Spurs were good, but we're
no.
talking about like the most impact on the modern meta.
Look at what we're getting in X-Men
have
97, and look what we're getting
It's
at what we
insane.
got in Masters of Time. Then you look at Thor, Juggernaut is good, Beta Ray Bill, Ronan the Accuser, Yondu, Ant-Man, Ulysses is awesome, and then you have Namor. Like, I'm sorry, it's not a good super rare set compared to the other ones that we've gotten.
Well, the chases that are getting played, you got Doctor Doom, you got Loki. I mean, those are meta staples.
Okay.
And I don't think they're going to go away. I think some of the other stuff is going to see more play. For me, looking at the modern 300 sets, I agree at Masters of Time, Lantern Legacy, Smash and Destroy, X-Men 97, and then the other ones have pieces. And they're really good pieces. But I think Masters of Time is still the best set that's in modern currently.
Yeah, as much as I will probably beat Black Panther to death as far as like playing it out. It definitely didn't have the same like. You just don't see the stuff on teams as much, unfortunately, which makes me a little sad. It's mainly just the chases because they're all like sideline related stuff. Honestly, that's their biggest draw is they're just sideline.
Yeah, which to me is not a, a great. I don't know. It doesn't feel good to just play all the chases on the sideline.
No. I agree with you, and like I like them all, but it just that's I understand. And again, the super slots in Black Panther weren't as stellar either. You had Captain America, the Black Panthers are both amazing. Falcon Red Wing is good. Arnim Zola's in the middle somewhere. Snowbird is not great. The regular White Tiger is also not great. Night Thrasher is not great. Shuri is not great. Namor is not great. Like your super rare choices.
And then compare that to either Masters of Time or X-Men 97. So those are your front runners, and I think we just need some time. I think X-Men honestly comes out on top, but we'll see.
We'll see. I don't know. I sometimes I feel like when they like are dominant in the meta, it just gets stale. But I feel like that's a lot of things. So I'm hoping they'll just be a good add to it, and not just like this is all people play. I guess.
Well, how about this? Which X-Men 97 piece do you think will be most impactful in Silver while not seeing similar amounts of play in Modern, and why is that? I'm going to go with the Common Cyclops with the alternate card to make anyone X-Men. With Genesis moving to Restricted and Theme being way bigger in Silver, I think that he's going to fit that bill. I don't think it's as big of a deal in Modern.
Oh yeah, I mean that's X Modern's mainly non-theme.
Yeah.
That's honestly tough. I think people are going to try it at first, but I think honestly Professor X is going to be the same way.
That he sees. Yeah, I could see that actually. I mean, realistically, Professor X with the liar ring is insane.
Well,
and the reason why I say that is because we have a figure that was similar that just hasn't seen play because of the small maps. And he's more of an attacker. Granted, I know he's 50 points more, but still he's an attacker that just doesn't see play in Captain Universe. And yeah, Professor X, they said with the liar rank, like, boom. Okay.
Yeah,
just for his triple target mind control and outwit.
Yeah, I mean, I think that he will see some play in Modern, but I think that will take a dip, and his Silver play will just be insane.
You're talking about Professor X, right?
Yes.
Yeah, with the Liar Ring. Now he has that. The triple target, mind control with a 10 range, and outwit with a 10 range. It sees through everything.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm surprised he got
In range
the,
outwit is just, yeah.
I'm really surprised
that's-
he got the blocking. That was like I'm like, why did he get blocking? That's usually a bad thing when people. I know he has a 0 damage, but
And that's why, because they're using him as support. But
no, I
we
know
how,
I get like
we
his
know how
design
powerful
flaws,
that
but
damn
man,
thing is. Yeah, we know how powerful that damn improved targeting is.
yeah.
Dan, what would your piece be?
Ooh, this is tough because I'm like these types of sets were like because this set's a big kind of pass for me because it's just not a like I'm not the biggest X-Men guy as far as like playability, but man, that is tough because I really
I thought
don't.
you were going to go with Prime Bishop just because you got bigger maps and more range attackers.
Yeah, it's true. His range is at least like I would say like old values because he's a 6. It's probably the one bolt that holds him a little bit back in silver, I think. But I mean, you can kind of fix that. But yeah, I mean, I like him, and with like the precision strike ring or something, that gets pretty nutty in silver. So he's definitely a good. I do like that for the range attacks in silver because range attacks are big in silver. So him just being like, I don't care, is cool.
Pete, what's your choice?
Professor X.
Good choice.
X-Men's bigger in silver.
I also feel
The
like
Liar Ring, and then you still have the nobody talked about his other trait. We're going to review the set here, so we'll get to him.
Yeah.
I think my other sleeper pick is actually the rare forge.
He's not bad.
I think for what he offered is really good. Like just safeguard prob is huge, especially in silver where you just get prob. You can get prob walled to death.
Then we have Dice Station Zebra. Which figure from X-Men 97 is the closest to impacting the game as much as Lantern Legacy 030 Nort? If I had to pick an equally impactful piece, I would have to say the CSA Officer Bystander that Valerie Cooper makes.
I'm surprised you wouldn't say Gambit because the Gambits aren't good. No, the real answer is the 029 Forge,
Yeah.
and he goes 2930, so he's right up there with them.
I don't agree.
Well, it's okay to be wrong sometimes.
And wait, was Nord a rare, Miles?
Yeah, he was a rare.
I guess if I had to compare something in the same slot, I kind of like Executioner as like the closest equivalent because he's got unique stuff that he does, and then he's a halfway decent. Like he's got a pretty long dial for his point cost. So,
Pete, do you have an answer?
Yeah, I like Sunspat, honestly. 40 points, 8 range perplex, and then he can flip to an attacker whenever you want. You can play him on X-Men or Celebrity.
Yeah, if Nort would be able to change into an attacker, he'd probably be better.
Nord doesn't have to attack.
Just sits there like a dumb idiot and doesn't need to worry about getting hit because everyone's got an action token.
Exactly.
Stupid piece.
See, now you're starting to get it. Now you're starting to get it.
Ask Joe Harrison how that went for him when he played Miles.
Yeah. I'm starting to get it.
Then we have William K. Holland. Who are the meta standouts in X-Men 97 that we should be trying to get our hands on? It's hard not to just like list off all the higher rarity stuff. Let's go with the common Chase Wolverine, Prime Rogue, Prime Cable, and Chase Nightcrawler and Chase Madeline Pryor. I think that's the top of my list. There's a ton though.
Yeah, I think going the top rarities, I think, is the easy choice. I think, honestly, if we're going to talk curse, I think the must-haves is going to be the Morph, specifically with the alternate card and Forge from the Cur.
And even regular Morph is really good, though. Just
Morph is that dial ridiculous.
Yeah. Like he's got to roll out. He's 8 clicks long for 50 points, and just everything he does is just good.
What's your meta standout, Dan?
In the Kerr, it's probably going to be, what is that? Even though I dislike him because he's just a knockoff, Dario Agger is Leech. And then I really like Beast with the alternate card. 30 points, I like that a lot. So he's probably my other pick in the Kerr that's like not the obvious choice. So if you want something out of high rarity, I really like Prime Emma. She's really good.
Pete, what about you?
Morph is amazing. Leech is amazing, especially for 15 points. I'm not as sold on Forge, but I can see why guys like him. And then going just to pick one from the higher rarity so we don't bury our whole set review here, because it's going to be great. I'm going to pick Jubilee because you can single target Pulse Wave. Final answer.
She's great too.
You don't like Forge if you're only against like Madeline Pryor. Those bystanders don't get prob you.
Till Forge is dead.
Yeah, until you shoot Forge for 4. That's okay though.
Because you're more.
All right, we had Rob Peterson. Assuming you've played a pre-release, what was a piece in the set that performed better than expected? Which one or ones performed worse? The set played really fun. I'm sad we didn't get to actually play the set at Worlds and for all the sealed stuff. So just based off of my experience, which is, I guess, kind of minimal because I had a bye and then I played against the Chase Magneto. That would probably be the character that I thought played the worst. It just is the slowing down the game, and then he seemed to underperform because he was easily outwitted and just slowed down. You can outwit the willpower, so he can't take any tokens off. You can stop him from getting that free attack by obviously incapping him, or maybe that was just convenient for my team, but I was able to kind of hold him down, so I didn't think Chase Magneto performed in sealed.
So I didn't play, but my buddy Nick, friend of the show, he did, and his team was Prime Bishop, Forge, Common Jean Grey, Common Magneto, Valerie Cooper, Prime Sentinel, and Jubilee Common, the 40.1. And he said his MVP was Forge. He went 4-0, went up against 2 of those Madeline Pryor teams.
Wow.
Yeah. When he drove down to Lucky Dice. Yes. Yeah, it was Lucky Dice.
So it was obviously then a better than expected.
Yeah, and Bishop, he said, Bishop, he almost makes him want to play in Modern, but he knows that the meta's different.
Yeah.
But Forge if he wasn't able to shut down those probs, it would have been a totally different game because he was going against the Coopers and the Pryor with those bystanders. Plus, he also gave them a bystander from Forge.
Mm-hmm. So I would go for better the Common Beast. Just the outwit, the charge, the blades, and the ignores characters for movement. For 30 points, he was just insane. Dan, did you have any opinion on that? I know you didn't play.
So I didn't play, but when I played against you and you played all the new super rares that you had stuff with, because I think you played the regular Rogue, the Marvel Girl, the Cyclops, I think for sure, and then I think the rare Wolverine, I think.
Yeah.
Marvel Girl actually played out a lot better than I thought, and like she is a chunky amount of points, but like she's good. I don't think she's really bad, honestly. Her just being able to manipulate terrain. So she's basically the what do you call it? The Ring of TK essentially, and it's kind of better because you can full swing it from one end to the other. So that's cool. And the Cyclops was really good for 75 points. I mean, it's a lot, but they're all, I think, well costed and do like a reasonable amount of things for their point costs. So it all feels good, which is nice because it never really felt like you were completely out of that game with me, even though I went up early.
Yeah, they held on. Pete, do you have a piece that was better and a piece that was worse?
Morph was better. Like, that's the only reason I hung in my games was because of Morph. Callisto is really good too, though, honestly. Between those two, that was the only reason most of the time I was scoring points. I'm not to bash Gambits, just to bash Gambits, but I crit missed with White Suit Gambit probably 4 times last night, so I just don't know if his shoes were too tight or what. So he was not great.
It was the suit. It's ill fitting. It just wasn't.
Yeah.
He needs to
I don't know if he just had a snuggie or what. Like, I couldn't quite figure it out. So,
was Callisto good enough you would play her in Warrior next month?
You're not. She might get a look.
Really?
No. So seriously, so the leadership is the big thing, right? Warrior has a lot of hard time getting leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And her popping out the Morlocks and then being able just to pick the value that you want to go up. So I had Storm 2 who paired really nice with her.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So that was a huge part of my team was all of a sudden now I can do 3 to 4 damage when I couldn't do it before. And so that was it. And I didn't have prob, so I could at least get my attack values up when I needed to. Callisto's better than she looks like. She plays better than she is printed.
I mean,
another outwit.
She's definitely. I mean, for a close combat piece, that's. I mean, she's got traded stealth. The leadership is great. Yeah, I don't hate any of that. That's. I mean, she's buffing her own attack value, right? Yeah. So
she falls off a cliff with a little bit of damage, but she's hard to go through in one turn in this set.
All right, then we got Mork Bird. Howdy, y'all. Ryan, are you going to try to shoehorn a Gambit team, or just full steam ahead with Nightcrawler? Between those, it's definitely in Modern it's going to be Nightcrawler. But House of Gambit X-Men with the new Chase Wolverine, that might be going on a Silver X-Men team if I can't get Assassins to be where I want them as a team. Miles, how does the Nort X-Men build look? Have you considered trademarking Nort Tech?
I have not built X-Men with Nort yet, and I'm actually trademarking Scott Norter instead of Nortec. Nortec was already taken.
Dan, which X-Men 97 figure or interactions do you think are going to get the most rules confusions or shrieking judge calls on the floor of an event?
So as of right now, it's probably the Chase Wolverine with his Blades effect and the rare Captain America, because if you KO a bystander, it loses its keywords, so you would not get the buff to defense, even though I think people still probably would think that they'd keep their keywords on death. So that's
also for keyword cheated figures too. If you bring in someone with Cyclops,
that's also my thought. Yeah, so those are probably like the first 3 things off the top of my head I can list that I would think would cause some confusion, that people oh, I thought it worked this way, and would just be like, well, it unfortunately doesn't. But
Pete, what are your predictions on what Bookwood will buy into and then flip out of again from the set?
Eventually, I think it's going to be Prime Cable.
You think he'd get rid of him?
Yeah, because he's going. He'll go back to Prime Swamp Thing.
I was like, Swamp Thing. Why is he switching off of that piece?
But I mean, it's Bookwood, so if Redman hands him the piece of beating, it goes immediately on the dashboard and gets traded.
Instantly for sale. Anyone catch your interest as a target for Sideline Phoenix? Well, Madeline Pryor works for her, so I would have that be my vote.
Yeah, that's the right vote.
And for
Marvel Girl Super Rare.
There's not really a wrong answer, really. If you want to play one of these pieces, you just throw Sideline Phoenix on, right?
I think that's pretty good. Yeah.
You could go back to the Hellfire Gala 2, Jean Grey. She's actually pretty good too, because that's a 40-point chain, right? You can play her at 40 and have your TK, and then flop out that Phoenix, which is just ridiculous.
Well, and then it just opens up huge in silver, right? Because you can even do the. Can you do the Dark Phoenix Colossal?
No,
it's
not named.
Phoenix. It's not keyword.
It's only named Phoenix. Yeah.
25.1.
The Colossal, yeah, for the one that has the TK and
The
it's
10 range
the retail.
TK.
Yep.
You could do that one still, and she's really good, honestly. She's an underplayed piece in Silver
For sure.
for just being able to see over things in TK and stuff.
10 range TK.
Yeah.
I did not understand this question. And for each of you, which X-Men character would best fit to which wrestling tag team or stable?
So I was waiting for this, and so I'll explain to you. And so he's asking, is like, which member? So we're gonna make this real easy. Gambit to the Job Squad.
Oh. No.
Yeah, he got the assignment. He's that's right on it.
So it's just pick a random X-Men character and do that? I think you can put
Yes.
Beak on the Job Squad, Miles, but Gambit's not going on there.
Man.
Oh, you know what? I bet you Beak and Nort would be best
Gambit on
friends.
the Job Squad or Leech on Degeneration X.
What?
Yeah.
Leech is green.
I mean, that's fair, but
Just having him do crotch chopping, kids would love it.
I'm really confused as to your Leech hate. Like, he's amazing.
wait,
For
my
who?
Leech hate?
Yeah.
No, it's just because he just literally took what Dario Egger did and said, "Hey, look, I'm gonna do it, but for way cheaper." That's just where I'm
Right.
like,
It's like that scene from Peacemaker. I do everything. That guy does everything I do, but better.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. That's all. Like I don't hate Leech. I just don't like that he took something to the piece that I like and was like, "Hey, we're gonna do it, but way cheaper." Hold on. Like literally.
Isn't
the whole
his a
Nigeria
trait?
moment.
I mean, to be fair, Dario Agger can't be outwitted. You can outwit Leeches.
You can outwit Dario. Dario's not protected outwit.
Yeah, but isn't that a trait that he has to
Nope.
shut off the?
No, it's a damage power.
Isn't this literally just modern clicks compared to old clicks? Like, they just drop the cost
It
on
is.
things and
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
no, I understand that. I understand like power creep. It's just one of those where I wanted him remade, and we've had a couple good opportunities where he can get remade. Like even in Smash and Destroy, you can get him that turns into the Minotaur because the Minotaur is pretty good at breaking stuff. So that was,
this is Leech Agger. They're
Yeah.
cousins.
yeah, I'm not,
Yeah.
Well, he was adopted. He was adopted by Dario. He's an orphan. He wants a dad.
All right, going to Barry Quick. Ryan, if you were forced to choose between playing Main Force, Beetlejuice, and Nort on all of your teams in every game throughout the entirety of the upcoming Modern season, or being hand-fed by Miles one small dried-up cat turd, which would you choose? Well, those are two terrible options. And why does Miles need to hand-feed it to me?
I mean, I'll let you hand feed me over playing Main Force Juice.
So I can feed you a cat turd instead of me playing Main Force Beetlejuice?
No, I'm saying I'm just saying I would. I would let someone hand feed me
Oh.
a small dried up cat turd.
Yeah. I mean, it's small, right? It's only one. It's dried up. That makes it less terrible,
Yeah.
right?
So
that's-
if I ever do play Main Force Juice, you just know that I ate a dried cat turd first.
I still think I'd throw up, but I don't know if you like. It still is better than the alternative.
if you main
if it
force
was like-
Beetlejuice or you ate a cat turd.
See, I could main force Nort. Like, I wouldn't be thrilled about it, but I could do it. You're never going to get me to ever play Keaton on sideline or main force.
Mine is still in the package. If anyone's interested, I'll sign it for you and sell it to you for $85.
Why 85?
I don't know. It sounds like a good amount.
Pete, what would you say on this one?
I don't want to eat a cat turd.
Then you got to play Beetlejuice and Nort for the rest of the year leading up to Worlds. Then you can change.
Listen, I've got the mayor on my side, so I'll make Nort work.
No, it's got to be Beetlejuice and Nort, not one or the other. Main Force
Sounds like
Juice.
cat turds back on the menu, boys.
All right, there we go. Miles, if the unlikely situation occurred where you had to fight for your survival in a dimly lit back alley against a horde of violent midgets wearing glizzy costumes, how many could you fend off with just your bare hands before you were overwhelmed? And how does this number compare with the number of actual glizzies you can consume in one meal?
I think I could handle a syndicate of midgets, honestly. I'm not sure the number, but I could probably fight off more. I could fight off an entire syndicate of midgets, which is more than how many glizzies I can eat. So let's say if I can eat glizzies, let's go with 36. It's a good number. I can fight off 50.
That seems a little
Hold
excessive.
on, I'm
both
in the
directions.
Google. I'm in the Google machine because I just had a funny thought and I need it answered. So I know that midget tossing used to be a thing. I think it was in Australia, actually. I don't know. There has to be a midget tossing world championship, and I was just waiting for Miles to be like, "Well, I was the dwarf tossing champion on the West Coast for 10 years running."
Oh man.
So about that though, I'm not at liberty to mention it because I got sued by the dwarf, and they said I was under PEDs, and I'm like, I only drink a few beers, but apparently you can't drink and toss
Dwarfs.
So
Salads.
yeah, both.
Oh well.
Toss dwarf salads.
So as recently, according to Wikipedia, as recently as 2003, Canada had to enact the Dwarf Tossing Ban Act. So this was a thing.
Yeah, it was.
It was. It got banned.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
dwarf
man.
tossing was banned before Beetlejuice.
Oh, I guess I gotta get
Yes.
Kenny now. So I'm gonna get a harness, and we're gonna have a Kenny tossing contest at Worlds.
I bet you I can get him pretty far.
Well, he
23 feet, 9
sandbagged
inches.
you, and you got him above your head.
I was gonna
in the
say,
pool,
yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah,
He sandbags me. He's
Oh,
going.
he sandbagged the
face
crap
first.
out of that.
Yeah.
Now, Pete and Dan, if you had a battle using only your sandworms, who do you think would win? And by how many inches of sandworm would you win by? Each section of sandworm is measured separately. Points are null and void in this battle, as it can only be won by inches.
I'm man enough to admit that there's a reason that it's known as the Danworm. Okay? The Danaconda. That's what it's actually known as. So, I have no chance in this fight, Barry. Sorry to disappoint you.
Okay. So we got the Danaconda versus the Pete-thon.
Yes, Danaconda versus the Python.
Oh man.
Those
I was
24
gonna be the one to try to fall on the sword for you, Pete, but you did it before I could.
You know, it's a little known fact if you ever with Dan in public and say you have to go to the restroom at the same time and you're standing at the urinal, you'll hear Dan often say, "Man, this water sure is cold." And you're like, "Wait,
this
what?"
is true.
Yeah.
It's true.
If each of you were allowed to have access to any one cliX figure ever made and could play that figure whenever you choose and in any format you wish, point restricted of course, without it ever rotating, which figure are you choosing and why? I would pick Madam Web. I don't know if there's a piece that's gotten me more hate than her.
This is tough. This is like honestly like a really, really tough question. It's obviously gonna go.
Is it Nort? Is it 030 Nort?
Actually, no, it's not 030. It's not 030 Nort. It's 001 Nort.
Thing, all right?
Oh, man.
It's 001 Nort.
Why? Tell me why.
Oh, he's always fun to play.
Is that the stupid looking one that's just floating in space that makes me hate the current one?
Yeah. Fun fact, he actually is the current one right now for me.
Did you do a sculpt swap?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I would totally let you play this one for 70 points. 8 attack,
Yeah,
energy,
absolutely.
explosion, and charge.
Yeah, charge, energy explosion. Yeah, except he's going to have a trait that says that
You don't get to
when
make
you
stuff
attack
up.
him-
This is not make a legacy card. This is you get to pick a figure that you get to always play in Modern. So you're going to play Nort for 70 points, 8 speed charge, 8 energy explosion, 15 ESD, 2 prob.
Yep.
All day, dude.
Yeah, that's it.
Any day that we play,
All day.
you can play him for 70 points on your team.
Okay.
This stupid
I'll make sure to
piece
bring him.
floating through space. No idea where he's
You
at.
pick your best 70-point piece. I'll bring my Nort, and we'll have a match.
Okay,
a game.
that's great.
Your
I'll-
versus my Nort.
Okay, I'll pick a 70-point gambit. Does that exist?
It will be streamed, and then when I win, you know.
All right, what's the closest piece to that? Let's go with 90-point Mutations in Monsters Gambit. Would that be fair?
Yeah, if I get Destroyer Armor.
Why do you get Destroyer Armor?
You're 20 more points.
That is less than 20 points, Reb, and he's spotting you 5 points.
Yeah.
You're adding equipment and the most busted-ass equipment in Modern.
Yeah, but it's still an 8 attack. He's only a 17 defense.
That's true. He's so bad.
That's it.
It just makes him a 17, and then he has a good chance of attacking with his 8 attack every turn. Yeah, that's probably fine. You can have Norton Destroyer Armor.
All right, let's do it. It's going to happen.
This better happen, boys.
On Monster Island.
Happen. Yeah, no hiding.
No.
Did you want to add anything to Nort?
No, just Nort.
Just Nort with Destroyer Armor.
Yeah, no, but yeah, my true answer it wasn't gonna be Nort. It's actually gonna be the chip from that set. I really liked. I know he's 82 points, but you deal him 1 damage. He had the Green Lantern with the 18 defend. I also have that image tattooed on my back, so it's kind of a big deal for me.
Was that the raccoon butthole tattoo?
Yeah. Yep.
Dan, do you have one?
Man, I wish I had a piece that inspired that much hate. I don't know if I do. But if
you
I
had
to
20
pick-
minutes to pick one. We just argued about Nort versus Gambit for 20 minutes.
No. Like, I just don't feel like I have a piece that, like, if I put it on the board, all of you are just like, oh, I hate this piece so much.
You don't have a piece that everybody hates that you play?
No, I don't really think that.
Dude,
I don't know.
I literally volunteered $10 to kill your Monarch.
Yeah. Monarch can
But I
get
don't
the fuck
want-
right out of here.
$10 American dollars, Dan.
That's the first one that
And
comes
it
to
was
my mind.
well,
And
it was
he's
well
not even
spent.
he's not even really good. He's just like.
It was well spent $10.
And then I won that month, which was the best part.
Not with Monarch alive, I'll tell you that.
He played his role.
Sacrifice needed.
Yeah, he played his role.
Won
He
the
knew what he
battle.
was
They
doing.
won the war.
All right, so it's like
if
Modern or Monarch's your answer.
No, it's just Gen Kale. That's my pick. If I could play any piece for like in perpetuity, it'd be Gen Kale.
The non-legacy though, right?
No, the legacy.
Oh.
This is a good question.
Pete, what about you?
You better say what I think you're gonna say.
Oh, it better be Trelane, like, or Q.
Yep.
Or it's like one of the two.
There's a
It's
couple.
Trelane. That's the only answer.
That's the most likely answer.
To be honest with you, it would either be one of two. It would either be the Sack Man because he's incredible, or it would be Trelane because I didn't know I hated him this much, so I'm really enjoying. Trelane is getting forced into builds in silver right now for me at 50 points.
I just want to hear John the Scat Man redo as I'm the Sack Man. That's
why.
Sakairan Iron Man's gotten a lot of hate when I play him, and Warrior's coming, so I'm sure he'll probably be there somewhere.
You shouldn't have said that.
Oh, trust me, I know.
That's if somebody's not a coward and doesn't ban him.
He's getting banned for sure.
See, that's my thought. Is like I don't. Besides Monarch, for whatever obvious reason, because you don't like me stacking a bunch of terrain. Like I don't think I have a piece that I pull out that's like instant. Just like I'm gonna walk over there and I'm gonna nuke that piece to death. Like I don't really think I have that.
I mean, Monarch's definitely the top of the list.
What was that bullshit piece that with the shape change and the pseudo leadership that you played?
What month?
Oh, I don't know. Some symbiote one that he played. He trots out these crappy symbiotes that I've never looked at more than once, and I'm like, fuck that piece.
Scorn. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Scorn can fuck off too.
Man, she's so overcosted. She was 95 points.
Then we have Damian Davis. Can you give me some constructive feedback on this Modern Pass team? Keep in mind I still need to play test, but is it a good start? So this has Black Panther, the Prime, the Cookie Quartet Captain America at 75 with Mjolnir, Ulysses Bloodstone with the Bloodstone, Diana with the God Killer Sword, and Harley Quinn. I don't know if...
what do you like about Cap at 75 that you don't like at 25 and Zala Chorel with the God Killer Sword instead?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of changes. Zala with the God Killer Sword now I think is just ultimately better with what she offers.
Yeah.
I like Diana with Animal Man because it still gives her that same... It's 5 points cheaper than the Hell Cycle, and it gives her survivability, so you can switch off of Hypersonic to go, say, to like Super Senses, so she has the 50-50 rollout, or you can just go Invincible or whatever other defensive option you want with her. But that's a personal choice. I know Zala is people's like high pick for this, but I think Kooky Cap is the wrong choice if you're playing Past. I think you should just play Past straight up because I think Pegasus Cap is just a better version. He's like shutting off powers is huge, and I think he's still just a better choice.
All right, so I think you need to add the +1 longsword to Black Panther.
Yeah,
I think you need to seriously consider flipping Diana for Zala, and I think drop Cap down to 25. That can still let you add on the 25 point Scarlet Witch. Then you have 25 other points for things like one shots on that Damien. And I think that's still a highly effective team.
Yeah, if you drop him down to 25, you can get Quicksilver, who I think is really good to get Diana to get that +2 speed. And so TK, she gets full map, and then you're gonna be able to bring someone over, whether you make the attack roll or not.
Even instead of Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver would be good with Diana or Zala.
Yeah.
Well, with Zala, I was gonna say with Zala, she's just there. Like she gets a cross map. You don't even have to redo it. Yeah.
No, if he wants to do Diana, because regardless of what she rolls, that's what I'm saying. I think that you can drop Cap to 75 place, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, and now Diana gets full map with a TK with 12 speed.
Yeah, I think.
I guess you can't really play both of those on, because you'd have to take the God Killer Sword off because you have to give her hypersonic speed to get her the full map.
So the big thing is that you want to play Black Panther more offensively, right? That's 85 points.
I think that's,
absolutely. Yeah. No, the point denial sounds good, but it's better on paper than in practice.
No, he's just a great hitter. Like you really don't need to play him his defensive thing is just a bonus. It's not like he's just an amazing attacker. I treat that revive as just I'll use it if it comes up, but it's not really the gimmick I'm trying to play into.
And I love Ulysses Bloodstone, but my biggest thing with him is just how slow he usually feels. He's hard to get where you want him.
Yeah. But the drop-off could help that, I guess, right? With Diana.
Right, so now you have to choose, do you want to do that with Ulysses or do you want to do that with Black Panther? And so you're looking at either not really using a 60-point piece or not using an 85-point piece. So you're going to split your team and you're not getting all your attackers there. So I don't think this is going to work. But I think the big things are, getting Cap to drop to 25 points. That already opens up 50 points for you.
Yeah. If you're trying to go Avengers, which I think is like what his goal here, because obviously that's what he's got Panther for, then I would drop Cap to 25. I think I swap Ulysses for somebody else. And then you go Diana with or Zala, right? But whichever is your choice. If you're doing Diana, I'd probably do the with Animal Man to just make sure she gets there, right?
Yep.
So and then I feel like there's got to be some other Avengers right now that are pretty halfway decent that you can besides the Kooky Quartet, right? Like I would think there's some stuff that's
or Past
or Pat. Yeah,
You're looking more at Past now, right?
Well, yeah, I was just thinking about that because he's trying to go into Avengers. I mean, Miles. The 400.
But no, I'm saying, if he's going with that Cap, the Kooky Cap, it's Past as well. But yeah, you get the Miles 35 points. That's what I'm saying. You go Past.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I guess that's true. He just felt like he was trying to go into Avengers and not just Past. That's what he's got. What's it called? Panther on there for. So.
Well, yeah, he's also he's using the team up card for him to get back in.
No, I know.
West.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
It's Wally West.
Yeah,
Because then there's no super senses, so you're getting rid of one of the rollouts. He's just too good. He's attacking 3 times.
Yeah,
and now
definitely.
Wally may not die now if you can keep him next to Panther. So you might not trade those 50 points when he goes over.
I think it's a nice start to a team. If you're really sold on playing Cap, that's cool. I just think don't get fooled by the 19 in the 12, because that piece is getting hit. And then he's going to be useless to you.
I think the biggest thing is the mobility, and there's too many high point pieces that are eating up where you need to put other stuff.
Yeah, and he's got an improved targeting, which is nice, but his low range makes him suffer for that. So I think that's the biggest thing. Like if he had higher range, like you could maybe make use of that with the running shot clicks, but it's hard when you only have the 3 range.
Yeah, the 3 is rough. Who's the leadership on then? Is Black Panther, Captain America, because of that, so he'd lose that on just Captain America then.
Yeah, but he's got Diana's got leadership too, so he's got 2 leaders already.
Yeah, so it wouldn't matter if he lost it there. But yeah, I think the biggest issue is just there's too many points out there, and it's not going to be mobile enough. So you're going to have to split. And you're playing Diana so you can get pieces out there. So yeah, the Wally West is a good call.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he can, especially if you're playing Quicksilver, he's got what, a 12 speed or something, 11 speed hypersonic, which is great.
Then you got to pick who the +1 longsword goes on, Black Panther or Wally West.
Oh, it's definitely Panther, because you give Wally the what do you call it, the ring of TK, because then he can both do the hypersonic, move it, and then he can also just ring of TK terrain if you really need it too.
So I think that's elevated. That's not bad.
Yeah, if you're trying to separate a team and break them apart, yeah.
But I think the mobility is still going to be the biggest issue. But I think it's worth definitely playtest and see what you think about our feedback. We have Michael Donick, fresh off his X-Men 97 pre-release win. Can Joe Ruffing pull worse in sealed? Yeah, he might not have pulled the best, but he played it pretty well. And I think both...
I'll be honest with you, I pulled worse than Joe. I thought Joe's team worked fine.
He played it pretty well, I thought, yeah. And we had a really good game, too.
Player.
We had a really good game.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel the X-Men 97 plays for sealed? First impressions for me is very feast or famine. We kind of already talked about this, right? I don't think it's feast or famine at all. I think that just because he was feasting and thought maybe his games were easy. I mean, he played Pete, so that was probably an easy win for him. Who else did he play?
Such a dick. That's a close game. I just couldn't get through that Phoenix. That was the biggest thing. Everything else I got. So
yeah, I think if you play,
and he didn't clear me either. It's just Phoenix was with my points. He had scored more. Like I still had. Oh, hold on. Let me think about that. Yeah, no, he didn't clear me. So it was a tough game back and forth.
But I don't think I really pulled great either, and it wasn't anything I was hoping for. But I still had a lot of fun, and I thought all the games were like close, and it was a lot of back and forth. So yeah, I actually like this set quite a bit.
I pulled 2 rares, and one of them was unplayable and sealed, and I still had 3 relatively competitive games. So I think it's actually a pretty good sealed set.
So let me ask you this:
only played 3 games.
After playing it, I know it was just 3 games, but do you think it would have been more fun than Lantern Legacy at Worlds?
No.
You think Lantern Legacy was still the better set?
Yes.
You didn't get to play it.
Yeah,
Miles.
you're just
no. You didn't get to play X-Men 97 yet. You didn't have a educated opinion on it.
You're just saying this because you have a hard on for it. No.
That might skew my opinion, but you don't get an opinion on a set you haven't played yet. So sorry, dog.
I don't need to play it. I'm just telling you, I would not have had fun.
And that reminds me, Redman. I know right now we're between pre-release and release day, but I just want to remind you that if you have an erection for more than 4 hours, you should seek medical attention since it's X-Men week.
What if it's natural?
It's going on,
not even
2 weeks now. A month.
It's just a month long. It's been uncomfortable, guys.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I still seek medical.
I can tell you're more antsy and angry than usual.
I don't think that's true.
No, I think you just got the fever. That's all.
Yeah.
I think he's just as angry as usual.
Yeah, see? All right, last we have Joe Ruffing. Are there any alternative cards that you consider worse than their standard card? I think they all just seem more like laterals, right? They're just more or less different. They allow for different team builds. I want to see more of it. Nothing makes them worse, right?
No, I mean, nothing. Yeah, the only thing is like you lose support on Beast for Perplex. Trying to go through all.
That's definitely not bad. It's just
It's like just a lot of laterals, right?
Yeah.
It's a cool mechanic that lets you change a little bit for the build you're going up against.
Yeah.
Or there's like what's that one with like Storm and Jean Grey, right? So it allows for another type of build. So I think it's awesome. I don't think anything is worse though. You just don't if you don't want to play Storm, you just don't play the alternate card, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, it would be worse to play that one if you didn't play a Storm.
Yeah, it's really interesting too because that Storm just stacks with other people doing knockback. I mean, you look at her and Cable together.
Oh, I guess it's the Storm alternate card, right? Or is it? It's the Storm with Jean Grey, not Jean Grey.
Yeah, the Storm alternate card.
You know what I meant, though.
Yeah, but Jean Grey just makes it. They can't reduce the knockback damage. She's still good without Jean Grey.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, but that's where it's like what I'm saying is that it's a different type of team building. So with just one card, you can make a completely different team, which I think is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about the biggest upgrade? I like Morph, but I think Morph might have one of the bigger upgrades, just being able to select all the powers like that versus being locked into what he has. So I think him.
Yeah, Morph's definitely the biggest upgrade. He becomes Death Metal Wonder Woman pick a power.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd hear that ever.
I'm all for it.
Morphs is incredible. The other one that I thought was really cool is the Nightcrawler one, because when you carry X-Men, you just heal them.
Yeah, he's awesome too. And again, just a totally different Nightcrawler versus the other one. So I like it.
Oh, it's not even X-Men. It's just anyone. Okay.
He's got like Passenger 3, isn't it? Or am I wrong on that?
But he can only carry people with the
only
X-Men.
To carry
He can only carry X-Men, yep.
Yeah, so that's why it's limited there. But he also helps keep people safe, because when a friendly character within 2 squares is missed, you can place them. So
but he totally changes. Like his normal one is a hypersonic, right? Attacking piece. And so all of a sudden you might want to just totally change the way that he plays.
He's now
I still think Morph is bonkers. Like, they're just crazy.
Dan, who do you think's the biggest upgrade?
Well, man, I still like Beast probably the best as far as like upgrade, because he's just a good like use case. Like, hey, I'm good for 30 points, but if you're facing robots or sentinels, I'm even better. And then you play him with like X-Men, especially like in Silver, because there's ways to do the X-Men TA for free. And now he's just auto concede, so you just never deal yourself damage.
It's a printed.
Yeah, but still, no. I'm saying like there's I think there's another figure that allows you to like do the X-Men team TA for free in Silver.
Oh, okay. They're not. You're able to get it.
You just build into it, and now you just do it, and you auto succeed, so you just never take damage. So you're just healing a click every turn for free.
Yeah, I think it was X of Swords. I forget who it was.
Was it? Okay, I just didn't remember, but I'm like, man, that to me is just really solid, because that was the biggest drawback to X-Men TA is like it's kind of like support, but you might hurt yourself. Now he's just like, we're good.
And then the most important question, why does the set got to do Gambit so dirty? No classic costume and no real banger of a dial. So this is really my only complaint with the set. I was really hoping for a chase level Gambit with that classic costume, and not getting that was the biggest miss of the whole set. So I agree with you, Joe. Super dirty. All I can hope for is like an LE or something like that.
It's karma.
It's not karma.
For all the
Get
Nort
out of
hate.
here. I'll still dunk on Nort with shirtless basketball game.
It actually made me like this set even more.
Stop it.
Now that he pointed that out. Yeah.
Well, I guess we're going to end on that sad note. Miles, any final thoughts?
I mean, I have a lot to say, but I guess if I just had to sum it to one word, motorcycle.
Man, I didn't realize we were doing another segment of bike or no bike tonight.
It's always bike or no bike.
Don't make suggestions, Dan. That'll be a 27-hour podcast when we go through every piece in silver.
Oh,
silver bike or no
Not a
bike?
Stop it. Stop it.
Wait, hey, you suggested it, Pete. You put the words out into the ether, so don't.
He is already thinking about it.
Dan, any final thoughts?
Really excited for silver right now. Honestly, that's like my biggest. Like, it's such a big playground to play in, and that's like where my head's at. Modern is modern, and like I know we got CCOs coming up, but that's really not where my focus is. My focus is just trying to build for silver right now, and I'm trying to find a groove of like what things I want to play. That's the biggest. That's the thing I struggle with the most is like what piece do I want to start with and then build around.
Pete?
You remember when you're like, hey, we're going to divide the recording into a couple nights because we got a set review and those all tend to run long. And then we managed to once again turn this into a really long episode.
Yes.
Full service podcast. Pete out.
Yeah, I'm excited to get our set review done and out. The CUR set review will be out later this week, and then next week we'll get out the Super Rares and Beyond. And I cannot wait to start playing more of the X-Men 97 set. And remember,
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for ya!
Click it!
Will outweight your charge. It probably won't matter if I hit, but I'm also going to say you cannot use the effect of your equipment.
Okay.
That's super helpful for him, actually.
I'm just going to throw a grave now.
And
Like a softball.
we're going to dual target, well, triple target, I guess. Vampire. Oh, can't see vampire.
He's
Owlbear.
still behind a wall.
Yep.
A couple walls.
Hulk, vampire, or Hulk, owlbear, and
Doomsday.
Doomsday.
Our shape change, Doomsday. Come on. Oh.
19.
Oh!
Is that the crit hit one?
Yeah,
That's the crit hit one.
I've got 3 community prompts though.
You do.
I'm 24 short of 1, and I don't have
I never even got one.
Doomsday this.
Nah, it just hits him though.
It does make the damage penetrating.
Oh, it does.
Not that really matters because you have invincible on that stop click button.
I'll have to use a community prom. How many times can I use those? Just continually?
As long as you're in it, you can keep using it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so you got 2 more after that one you just
It
used.
still hits you.
Prom!
It still hits
Prom!
you. That was awesome. Is he your last one too?
What?
That's it for him. That's it for you too, huh?
No.
Oh no, you have all the
I have a full.
I was like, you have a full 10 point.
Maybe.
Oh man.
It's worth it.
One time. Come on, one time.
No! That's the exact opposite of what you want. No!
That's incredible. Crit miss.
Oh no.
And then you get charged back because I don't have outwit anymore.
Is it Nort? Is it 030 Nort?
Motorcycle.